tuning in live.
It's
Feeling the
only because we're
vibes.
nerds that I'm going to open it up like this. So you're 23 years old, right? You're on the Nationals.
Yeah, the Nationals. Okay.
Yeah, you're on the Nationals, Washington
All right.
Nationals. You're 23 years old. You're a pretty good baseball player. Like
Pretty decent. Pretty decent.
you're
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you
But
just
he,
came
he
into the
hits the
league at
baseball.
19.
Yeah. Yeah.
MVP voting, All Star this year. Great. Good slugging, on base
All around good
percentage,
teammate. Yeah.
good teammate all around, stuff like that. 5 years in, your team offers you a $440 million contract for 15 years, and you tell them to go fuck themselves.
I mean, it's chump change. I mean, who
You
doesn't
turning
do
down
that?
for you turning down 440 million?
Of course not.
Okay, I'm just all right. Or maybe all right. That's all. I just want to.
Well, if you're tuning in, we open this show up with the Juan Soto news for baseball.
Jesus.
We're becoming more than a gaming pod, which is pretty cool. I like that.
That's gonna be our alternate podcast. We're gonna do a sports
We
podcast.
can do a sports one. We have to do a sports one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the Juan Soto thing. 15 million, 400 plus for 15 years. Sorry,
15 years,
400
440
plus
million.
$1 million or whatever it was. Like,
Unfucking real.
what's that? 30 a year
Yeah,
average. That's
yeah,
like
29,
3,000
29.
every hour or every minute he plays or whatever the hell they want to call that. Like,
I didn't go far past before I heard a $500 million, and I was like, oh, okay.
no, he just turned that down. Cool. We were
Cool.
just talking about this before live, but the Yankees are up
Sorry,
11-2.
road to 1,000 subs. Let's go. Come on, 351.
Subs. Woo! 351. Yes, 351. What's up, Yobi? What's up, Shinrock? Thank you guys for joining in early. Joshua James. Man, I feel like shit when it comes to Joshua James because this man, I swear he hits me up on Xbox and I'm meaning to fucking like play with him. He wants to play Naraka with me. And it's like I keep saying, hold on. I haven't played Naraka in a minute. Like I've been on my little achievement whoring shit. So it's like I've been playing everything but Naraka at the moment. And it's like
I hear that.
Whenever I jump on Naraka, I promise you, Joshua, I will be jumping on with you, man. The game is still on my rotation, but I'm on this achievement thing this month, and it's like it's consumed my life. What's up, Plume Network? My insider guy. He tweeted out GTA 6 graphics, looking good. Listening while I do some cooking. The man cooks too. What a legend!
Very nice. I like that.
Very nice. It's a lazy Sunday for me, at least. At least for me, it's very lazy. It's
the
cloudy.
Yankees are kicking ass right now, so it's like what I mean.
Yeah, they're kicking ass. It's cloudy outside, so it's a chill day. It's thundering a little bit, so whatever.
Yep.
Yankees are kicking ass, and I told you this the other day, man. I was like, man, I can never quit Twitter. If I quit Twitter, these Yankees start losing. They went on a mini slump.
I felt like the opposite. I felt like I got to stop watching them because I felt like every time I was watching them, like I was a jinx. Like they wouldn't score. I'd turn off. Yeah, I turn off and they do good. And I turn the fucking game back on and they forgot how to play baseball. So, but I'm over here multitasking, man. I'm literally, I got the game on one screen. I got COD. I got Optic gaming in the losers fucking semis going on the other screen.
While we're talking, we got to put that up here. While we're talking, we got to put that.
You got Pep. I joined into the call, and you were Peppa Pegging doing whatever the achievement. I mean, and that's why I think Joshua pointed it out already with the achievements. Like, what the fuck, man?
I'm whoring it up, man. Peppa Pig, Game of the Year, right there, baby. If you don't know what this is, man, it's on Game Pass. It's a banger. See, Xbox
don't do that.
Bangers, man.
Don't do that.
No, okay, sorry. I won't do that. But no, man. I took a week off of Twitter, got back, and it's the same shit show. So I was like, okay, but at least the Yankees are getting 10 plus runs. I'm 1-1 since I've been back to Twitter. The Yankees are 1-1.
Right.
And the game they won yesterday, it was 10 plus runs, and now they're winning by 11. 11-2, so another 10 plus run thing. So I'm not quitting Twitter for until the.
I was gonna say that's it. No, you're here now. Like you're back.
I'm back
from one Yankee fan to another. You're back.
You know what it was? Glaybar texted me, say, bro.
Is that what it was?
He said, "Que lo que? You cannot leave Twitter." I don't know how he speaks.
What in the Venezuelan accent?
In the Venezuelan accent, I can't even do that accent. Is he Venezuelan? I thought it was Puerto Rican.
He's Venezuelan.
Holy shit! Oh wow, Dad, time to take down these posters. I thought I had them with Puerto Rican flags all over. I got to take those down. Man, I don't know my peoples. Wow. Okay.
Get your heritage right, yo. That's not your people.
Good man, Shinrod, using Pepper for points. That's how you do it, man. No, that's what I've been doing this week for me. I've been just playing some like off the wall games, whether it's Peppa Pig or Kill It with Fire, which is a spider game, or what I was playing. I was playing just different game. And then I was double dipping. So some of these games are stackable.
Yeah.
It means is like if you play it on Xbox and it's not like it's not what do you call that? It doesn't have quick resume, not quick resume. What's that called? Yeah, I think it's quick resume. Or it doesn't have like what's the can be played on Xbox and PC, that kind of logo.
Yes.
They'll separate it. If it has a Windows version to that same game, you can literally stack those achievements up and do it again on the PC side of things.
So it's available on PC through Game Pass, so you're able to go back in and play it.
No, that's the thing. If it's not, it can't be available on Game Pass. It has to be like
literally. Oh, so if it's on Game Pass for PC, it has to be separate. It has to be like you said, like the window, like made for Windows, but not Game Pass.
It literally has to say made for Windows. This is like when the Windows phones were still a thing. And people like literally playing Windows phones, you'll get achievements. That's the same thing.
Yes, I do remember that.
But it has to say like made for Windows PC. It's the same exact game. It's just that they count it as different SKUs, so you get separate achievements. Yes. So I was doing that as well. So and I only do that for games that are like good, like that are interesting, and I enjoy playing. Mm-hmm. Somebody asked me on Twitter because I tweeted out like the leaderboards, the top 5, and they were like, "Man, that's a lot of games. What are you playing?" And it's simple. I guess I don't subject myself to just AAA games or waiting for that AAA title game. Not that I don't play them. I love playing those games. I mean, Call of Duty, who don't play that? Who don't play Dead Space? Who don't play Halo? Like those are AAA titles. But I also indulge in some of the lesser unknown or the lesser popular titles like the Peppa Pigs or
not just but not just before achievements or like to actually go and check them out.
To check them out and play. Like I actually play them, and if the achievements
I think it's good. I think it's good to. Yeah. I think it's good to do that. I think there's something wrong with that.
See, for me, achievements and I used to do it a long time when the games were 200 points on the arcade side of thing, not 1,000, or now they're 4,000 points or 5,000. So it's easier to get them now. So, but now my purpose of using achievement hunting is to get me. It's just like Game Pass to get me to play the game and interested for the replay value. Like, oh, I like this game, and then if achievement pops, I'm like, oh, I like it even more.
Right.
It just adds to that, I guess, that layer of me wanting to play games. So I don't shy away from games. I'm not your typical gamer. I don't, just shun on stuff because, oh, look, it's not a AAA title. I can't, it's just, I don't do that. I play, if it's there, I play. Like, I played Peppa Pig, and I literally enjoyed Peppa Pig. People would laugh at that, but I enjoyed it. It was a cute, little, quick, cutesy game. I enjoyed it. Another game I played this week, which I beg for everyone to play this game. If you just got to play it. Road 96, I believe it's called.
Yeah, so you said something about that.
Wrong? Did I say that wrong? Let me see. I'm looking at the
Did you tweet? You tweeted something about that,
right? I did. Road 96. I even did a video on it. So Road 96 is a game that it came out last year, but I was always interested in it because of the story, how it told it. But then when it dropped on Game Pass, like now is the opportunity for me to play it. It really does. It's funny because it tells the story of what's literally going on in the world today. The hopping the wall, the border, the political atmosphere, and the way that's going on, and the way it tells it. But it tells it with decisions between all your characters that you're playing the game. You play as like 7 different teenagers,
right?
And each one has a unique story and how they view the world and what's going on with the political space and with the problems and the president and all that stuff. Like it has that. It's a really good message and it tells a really good story. I tell you guys, please play this game to play it. It tells a really good story from 6 different individuals, teenagers' point of view, and what they're going through and how they road to travel is to get to that wall. And at the very end, it made me tear. Like the ending was very tearful. Like I was like, holy shit! Like I didn't expect that ending at all.
Gotcha.
Damn good game. So it's on Game Pass too. I would say go ahead and try that out, guys. I mean, it's on Game Pass. You don't have to go out and buy nothing. Just go to Game Pass, download it, and play that. So I played that this week, I should say. The surprising game for me this week, and your brother laughed because I tweeted, I texted him and said, man, you will never guess what I'm playing. I'm hooked on right now. And I'm probably saying the name wrong, but Yuden Chronicles.
Okay.
Yuden Chronicles Rising. Oh my god. It was a Kickstarter game that your brother ended up kickstarting. He helped kickstart it. And then it came out on Game Pass. It got announced on Game Pass. It's been on Game Pass for a minute now. But I ended up, it was part of the discoverable thing. So I do reward points. It was part of the play this game and get 25 points for the rewards.
Right.
I popped it in through Cloud. And like 6 hours later, I'm still on the fucking Cloud, Logic, playing this game. Shit, I'm on the Cloud? Hold on. You know how I knew? Hey, by the way, did you want to download this game?
Oh wow, because you were playing it so long and it actually been like, yo, I see you've been playing it on cloud, but you can download it now
Yes,
too. Yeah,
it
that's
popped
funny
up, and
how
I'm
it
like, oh
actually gives you
shit,
that. It gives you that notification.
dude. I know you talk about the cloud a lot.
Yeah,
You've been talking a lot
I don't know
with
because I've been
MLB the
playing
Show,
MLB like exclusively through it, and
and
it still surprises me how
right.
good it works.
But I have not. I don't really play. Like I only use it, literally use it for that exactly to jump in the game, get my reward points, get back
Sure.
out. So I don't have to allocate resources on my hard drive for a game just to get 25 points out of it on the reward side. But this game, I didn't even. I forgot. Like it literally. Hey, by the way, download this. It looks like you're having fun. Download. I'm like, oh shit, this is streaming. Look that good. It
Yeah.
looked that fucking good. I'm like, I didn't even notice a difference. I'm like, this is a big improvement from what I used to do.
Remind me, and I don't want to say this, like, didn't the game kind of like bite a little bit off of like the Zelda?
Oh, it's Metroidvania all the way. Like
Okay,
it's a side scroller.
but like even like the art, okay, it is a side scroller. Okay, so
it's a side scroller the whole way. It's a side scroller. No,
Okay.
it's a side scroller the whole way. But literally, it's Metroidvania. It's Metroid. It's like you have to go get a power up over here to come back over there and defeat this. To get past here, you got to get a certain weapon to break the rock and get past that rock.
Nice, gotcha. So they have you going backtracking in like places that you've already been. Yeah.
But here's the beauty of it. What I love about it is that the fast travel system is full effect. It works, and you don't have to worry about always going back and forth walking. You literally can fast travel to your spot. So that's a big point in that game.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you don't ever get stuck going, oh my God, I gotta walk all the way back. No, you can just fast travel to where you need to go to redeem what you gotta redeem or fight whoever you gotta fight. So that fast travel system is instant, and I like it. I'm like, okay, that takes away from the the having to walk the whole time, because I don't know about you, but when it comes to games like that, when I'm playing them and I'm walking the whole time, that's when the whole fetch quest thing comes in. It's like, oh
yeah,
Lord,
for me, it's Final Fantasy X before you get the airship.
Before you get the airship,
before you get the airship in Final Fantasy X, you're like, fuck, I gotta walk from the far. I gotta walk from the Fair Plains. I gotta walk through Mount Gagazet. I gotta go this way down through the wood. I'm like, come on,
it's a lot.
Can I just fast travel through the fucking spheres? Like, come on, dude. No, but I can play Blitzball though. Yeah,
we want to experience the world.
Now let me play Blitzball all the fuck I want.
Of course, a lot too. Like all day, go at it. The fast travel.
That was pretty much it. Yeah,
fast travel was good, but that's it. I did that and a little bit of Paw Patrol. That's another game I've been playing. So I love Paw Patrol. I played the last Paw Patrol, and I'm playing the new one called Adventure City Calls.
You're not memeing, right? So like that's why it's like you're not memeing. Okay,
not memeing. Okay. I'm being. If you look at I'm playing the game. Not 2 minutes, not 5 minutes. I'm talking about hours playing it.
Oh, this is why. So for anybody listening and anybody trying to invite you to go and play like nice grown up games like the battle royales and stuff like that.
This is why I stay the fuck offline. This is why I stay offline. I don't want to get bullied, bro.
just no. Kills is enjoying himself with some Paw Patrol and some Peppa Pig.
I mean,
and that's why he doesn't want to join your lobby. So
what the fuck? I pay $15 a month for my damn subscription. I'm gonna get the best. All of my 15.
I'm just saying. There's probably like 15 games to me that comes to mind before I probably reach.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. Unless
I'm saying to myself like, yo, I need to get this achievement real quick for the 50 points. Like, hold on.
Right. It starts that way though.
It's like, yo, I gotta get my 50 reward points real quick.
It starts that way. Oh, you know what? 50 points. I know a game I can get that with.
Yeah. Let me go load up Peppa. Yeah, let me go load up Peppa real quick.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh shit, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm almost done with this anyway. Before you know it, hours on fucking Peppa Pig with 1,000 gamers score. Like, holy shit, what am I doing in my life? No, but if I need to know, that's why the fuck I stay offline. I don't want to get bullied.
Man does not want to be bothered. Leave him alone. Let him play what he wants to play.
I mean, I tweeted that whole thing.
I'm going because I'm like going to the far right. Like I feel like you're like the progressive over here, and I'm gonna come in now and be like, oh, well, I was playing Tarkov this whole fucking week. Like, hiding in a fucking bush, waiting for two people to like run around this corner, one tapping them with a suppressed.
By the way, I was waiting for that Tarkov street, but apparently they had you on a queue forever.
I don't know. I was trying to figure some shit out anyway, but
I had you on a queue, so yeah.
Oh yeah, that was 7 minutes. Yeah, which normally actually, and normally the queue timing with the Tarkov raids have actually they're normally not that bad. If they maybe go for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes the most now. But normally on wipe is when they could go like really long times. But yeah, that was long, so that's why I couldn't get in. But dude, I mean, like I load into a game last night. Literally, I'm in the game. I got to do a quest. It's nighttime. I really want to avoid people, but I fucking load up anyway. I got to go plant markers on top of oil tankers. I load up by one of them. I know there's a spawn. I played the game enough now where I know where the other players actually spawn into the game. So I take a gander over. I go around. It's nighttime. This guy's wearing night vision fucking goggles. I got nothing. I got a flashlight on my gun.
But I
got a flashlight, but I didn't even turn it on yet because I heard the footsteps. I got to the spot before they basically crossed out, and I one tapped the first guy. And the second guy with the night vision goggles tries to kill me, and and he had a face shield on too, and then I ended up full auto spraying him with the UMP. It was dope because I just kitted the gun too, and I literally that was within the first 30 fucking seconds. 30 seconds in, I'm already killing 2 people. I crossed the map. I go maybe like
that's a good feeling.
Yeah, I crossed the map. 2 other people, I'm hearing them in the bush. I killed the one guy full auto spray. The second guy, I hear him in the bush. I'm trying to bait him. I'm trying to like bait that I'm going to go and loot his friend. And I end up like dropping down prone as if like I'm going to go loot him. He comes out. I fucking dump a whole magazine into this guy and he still kills me. So that pissed me off. But I mean, that's just a Tarkov experience and then just back to the lobby. But I did have a smile on my face though.
Well,
so
to me, that's the equivalent of like looting in a battle royale, looting for like minutes and minutes and minutes,
sure.
And then you finally get into a gunplay, a gunfight, and die. Like,
well, that's what happens. And I try not to be as like upset now when I do die, and like so because that was fun. I was like, wait, I killed like 3 of you guys. Like there was 4. Like I basically killed everybody that spawned on that one side of the map. I killed. Minus the one guy that ended up killing me. So I was like, because there's a lot of people that could load up into that map. I think up to like 10 or 12 people. But I killed majority of them. So I was like, okay, this is dope, But still, it's like, oh, what's this? What are you showing?
That's Rule 96. Just wait. You gotta hear this though. Hold on. You gotta hear this.
Yeah.
Don't blast. You gotta hear this dude dancing. Get it?
Nice. Where can I sleep for free? How do I rent a truck? Okay.
That's Rule 96. That man's jamming. Don't mind him.
Jesus. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So just just the Tarkov experience. And we have a topic today where we're going to talk about Dr. Disrespect's studio, his thing, which is kind of like they're calling it. Well, I guess they're calling it.
I should say one of our entertaining streamers because he's entertaining.
Extraction shooter, which I guess that's what you would pretty much call Tarkov. And there was even a good video too done this week that I watched by this guy Operation Drewski. He's got a really cool YouTube channel. He does a lot of Battlefield videos. He also does squad video. He's done many videos, and he did a really cool video on Tarkov where he kind of just really breaks down like Tarkov as a game. And it's dope for anybody. It's just unfortunate that obviously Tarkov's only available.
I've seen him for Tarkov.
Yeah, Tarkov's only available on PC, obviously. But I think, but he also compares like how Battlefield tried to do like a Tarkov-esque mode with the extraction mode that they had, and it didn't pan out, obviously. So, but yeah, so just it was a lot for me. It was just a lot of Tarkov this week, some League of Legends this week as well too. Played some League last night, a little bit of MLB. But that's pretty much it.
There's a lot. You talk about Tarkov. There's a lot of talk right now with this mode on Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare 2.
Yes,
being Tarkov. Like I'm like, what? Like, show this shit off already. Like, I understand that there's secret they're talking about it's not just a mode. It's like it's gonna be its own blowout. Like how they rolled out Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be that. They even saying it might not even be at launch. It's gonna be
listen, I saw an article today, and I don't even, did I keep it up right now? Okay, yeah. Here was the headline from GameSpot. Modern Warfare 2 is the most advanced COD game ever. Activision says that was GameSpot. So I wonder how much Activision literally like lined in their pockets to like right.
Oh yeah, of course. Here's some green cabbage. Here you go. Thank you for that.
I mean, it was from, but supposedly that was the quote that they got from the call, the investor call.
I mean, those
basically,
are
they were just hyping it.
What's that other word they use? The
most. I don't know what most advanced experience. Like,
what's the other word they use? Though it's like an A word. Not anticipated. It's the most.
Anticipated.
It's a word they use a lot now. Where it's like it's the most, it's like I don't know. It's supposed to be like it's pushing the bar or something. Like you push the bar almost every year, and it comes out to be a copy paste. What the fuck are you talking about?
And that's why it's like they better listen. I'm telling you, when fucking October comes around, I better see some good shit.
The only thing that worries me, I saw an article on it where it's like there's a lot of talk chatter going on with devs inside the studios between Treyarch and Infinity Ward. They're having interviews and they're talking like that this Modern Warfare 2 will be that game that everybody has been foaming at the mouth for. However, that they've thrown so much hours and like burnt time and crunch time at this game that people are quitting and leaving. Like high devs, high like quality, good devs are leaving because it's like burning them out. That they don't like immediate impact of this game will be awesome. It'll be great, but the long run is the questionable thing right now because they're losing talent.
That's crazy.
That's always the downfall of putting everybody on a one fucking project and making it it's great. You want to make it the best, but it's not the only game you're working on. I mean, it is the only game you're working on.
It is the only.
And that's the problem. You're burning them off on one fucking game.
Yes.
Crazy enough too that they found files in the Modern Warfare 2 for the new Treyarch game in 2024. And allegedly, it's called Gulf War, Call of Duty Gulf War. So it's like everybody's like, why would that be in Modern Warfare 2? Well, because they're sharing the same engine now. It's the same fucking engine. So a lot of them files will be found.
Yeah, you're gonna basically have like in when they do I forgot what they call them, the data mining.
The data mining, yeah.
So
it's gonna happen, but it's never been like a COD has never been like leaked this so far out, like 2 fucking years, not even like 3 years.
Well, no, because 2023 is getting skipped, so I think that's. But imagine knowing like we're getting like the Infinity Ward, Modern Warfare 2, right? We're getting that game this year, and then imagine people already like, yo, what are they doing in 2024? Like you're nuts.
Oh my fucking
like
God,
you're fucking
nuts.
like. Like you're crazy. Like they're skipping a year to make sure that they fully focus on Warzone 2 in this. I know this is not a topic, by the way, guys. I'm sorry that we actually spurged into this. But I mean, like the fact that you're already, I mean, I get the excitement behind Treyarch and all that. I get all of that. But like, believe me, I get all that. I love the fucking Black Ops games. But like, Jesus, like let this one come out and breathe. And then if you fucking hate it and then be like, yeah, I can't wait until 20.
Let it reveal itself. They haven't revealed multiplayer.
I haven't really technically seen. I was gonna say soon, hopefully.
Yeah, it is in August supposedly, so should be soon.
Man. But yeah, that was my week. So excited to get into these topics and shit.
That's it. That was the week. I did some hunting and Logic did some Tarkov.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And then Modern Warfare 2, which is not a topic, but we talked.
Not a topic. But yeah.
All right, let's get into these topics. What's the first one we got?
I think we're gonna talk about Bungie. Good old Bungie.
Oh, I saw this shit was finalized. Finally. Well, not finally. It was
it actually wasn't. I was gonna say it was pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I even reached out to you. I'm like, man, this was pretty quick. But then you quick to point out, man, it's a smaller.
I was saying 3.6 versus 69. I mean, no, or 70, whatever the final price comes out to.
69
when it's all said and done. Yeah, whatever it comes out to when it's actually done. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm still. I was playing a little bit of Destiny earlier today. I didn't play too much of the season.
I was gonna tell you with that stream, the Destiny 2 stream. Yeah, I gotta get used to that voice on that game. Like, did they change that recently?
What do you mean?
The voiceover that you had that talks now, the guy that.
Oh no, that was so when I was playing Iron Banner. So that was Lord. So that wasn't Shax. That was Saladin. That's the Iron Lord. He's like the head. He's the head of the Iron Lord.
Shit, that threw me way off. I'm like,
so that's why he sounds. That's why he sounds like that. And then Shax he has the different voice.
Had no emotion in his voice. I'm like, okay, cool. Just straight up flat. Like, all right, no problem. Oh look, Gatto's about to bat. Okay. All right, so Sony's acquisition of Bungie is finalized.
Yeah, man.
Whatever I think it was $69-70 billion that they paid for this studio.
No, 3.6.
Excuse me, 3.6 billion. I'm like looking at
it. You're thinking of the Activision deal. You're thinking of the Activision.
Well, I'm looking at Yankee game too. So it's like, Gatto's about to bet, and that's about to piss me off. But no, man, this thing finally closed. Of course, it was going to take. It wasn't going to take long. It's a smaller deal compared to what you're talking about with the Activision with that deal going through. But this looks like it went through, and they even tweeted out, right? They said finally
they tweeted out it's finally happy to join, welcome, and everybody cool and stuff. And then so Paul Tassi breaks it down a little bit. This article here that he did for Forbes, what changes with the Sony acquisition, and according to Bungie, because Bungie off the rip,
their bank account, that's what changes.
Yeah, exactly. They got paid. Like they got paid. I memed it on my Twitter. I literally got like I don't know from what cartoon the person was from. It could have been Peppa Pig actually, because it looked like it was like a pig in a robber's uniform.
Oh,
okay. And then just running away with like a bag of money in their hand.
Oh, it was literally.
Yeah. Because that's literally what I feel like this happened. I feel like because and I've heard some of the people's takes on this and stuff like that. And the only thing that I could really gather, that just makes sense, since Bungie's staying multi-plat, Destiny is staying multi-plat, they're keeping their IPs. The only thing that I could gather why PlayStation basically scooped them up was just so they could report to shareholders that like the revenue from a live service game.
Something.
That's what we made, like we have a game now that has we have a studio now that technically has a game that is considered a live service game.
I'm just interested in what's going forward, what they're gonna do. Like, what's their
I don't think they're gonna do things though.
No, you don't think so? You don't think they may be working on maybe a Killzone or some shit?
No,
like maybe they get told to work on a Killzone or work on something else. Wishful thinking.
I don't think they're gonna remaster any. I don't think any new IP that they do separate from Destiny, and they've already announced that they're going to continue Destiny after they finish the final shape. So the final shape being the DLC that's coming in 2 years, because they still have 2 more years of this current iteration of Destiny.
It's still in the 10-year plan, right? Originally from the original plan they had.
I mean, so right here. So this is the 10-year deal they're talking about here in the original article. Left Microsoft to enter into a 10-year deal with Activision for Destiny. And then remember, they left Activision. So I guess this is Destiny, because if you consider that, I mean, it's been 8 years of Destiny so far. So technically, yes, in the next 2, between 1 and 2, it's been 8 years.
So 10 years, okay.
And so they're still in the 10 years, but they're already committed to doing Destiny past year 10 and literally doing the next iteration of Destiny. We don't know what that is yet, but they've already confirmed that they're doing it, while also confirming that they're working on another IP. We don't know what that IP is for. It could possibly be for PlayStation. But I think a lot of this is just going to boil down to like what it was before, marketing rights.
Yeah.
It's going to be, which even though they said no, because I could link back to an article from Bungie saying, yeah, no, we're not going to do that again and stuff. I don't know how much I really believe in that, because listen, if your overlords tell you to do something, whatever, unless it's really written in the contract, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like outside of like revenue and stuff like that, basically saying like, hey, we have a game studio that has a live service game that's pretty profitable. I personally just, I guess they paid.
I think they got them. For me, in my opinion, I think they got them. I think that money was just paying experience for the experience.
I think so too.
Like the whole live service and that world, and you already know that Sony already mentioned. We want to get into that space even more. The whole live service part with the cloud gaming and all that stuff. So bringing in Bungie, I think that was the biggest part of that payment for them. It's like, we bringing in experienced live service games developers who's been in the space for quite a while. They know how to deal with it. They know how to, they know how to maneuver it. They know how to make it, infrastructure, all that, and they can probably lend support to whatever. Because didn't Sony open up don't they have like that department where it's going to be focused on live services?
Okay. Yes. So exactly, because they don't have, I don't think they have any games right now. Like technically ESO is like Bethesda. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they don't have anything like this in their wheelhouse now. Like, you'd have to go back to like EverQuest 2 days, and that wasn't even exclusive to PlayStation. That was also PC as well too.
PC, yeah.
But they didn't. But you know what I mean? Like, so they never really had anything that was just like of this nature, live service on their platform, like that was like mutually exclusive. Not to say that Destiny is, but there are a lot of people too. That's another thing though. When the whole Activision deal thing went down and the marketing rates did go to Sony, a lot of people got PlayStations to play this fucking game because of how much shit they got. I mean, and I'm zooming in here now.
People just bounce.
It's the same. They would call it. Yes, exactly. People bounce once they realize, like, I mean, this shit was nuts. Like Monte Carlo, Hawk Moon, like getting maps early, like it was crazy. Could I really complain about it? No.
Even strike missions
Strike
were like
missions that were exclusive for year. Yeah. And they did away with that. So yeah, I have to commend Bungie on that, because they were like, that sucks. Like, because they were closing out a player base, essentially almost an entire player base.
That was more of an Activision kind of a thing.
I think so too. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why I think they wanted to break away from that. But I'm telling you, the deal that they forged with Sony, the fact that they were able to like go in and be like, yo, you don't get Destiny, like we keep that. And and IPs going forward, supposedly. So like right here, I mean, it says Bungie has said it will remain independently operated and be able to release its future new games and IPs multi-platform as well. That's not necessarily a bad thing for Sony, because it's the same thing. Like if and when the Activision deal goes through for Microsoft, it's mutually beneficial for them to still produce games like Call of Duty for as many fucking systems and things, because it's more money.
Exactly. It's like why wouldn't you? And it has crossplay. You think they're gonna just? I mean, I understand PC is crossplay too, but
yeah,
it's like they're not gonna close that revenue. That would be a dumb move to close.
Just to be like, oh, we got this exclusive, so the only way you could come and play it now is here. Like, especially when it's already established now. Like, they'd be shooting themselves in the foot at that point. But the fact that they made to make it a point now, like I said, I don't know how much. I mean, I guess I'd have to just hold, so let's see if Bungie actually holds true to what they're claiming. I mean, I don't think anybody's actually saw the contract word for word, so I think a lot of it is mostly speculation. And then you just have
it was an immediate tweet by both
sides, like saying right away,
we're gonna keep it open. It's nothing's changing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be anything we make from this point forward will be on every platform. Like, they made it a point, both of them, to come out and say this is not changing. And I think that was a key part to this deal with Sony and Bungie, because Bungie, as you know, they broke off of Microsoft, right? They ended up doing a contract with or to be owned by Activision. Activision decided to change it up a little bit to microtransactions.
Yep.
And they split that player base, whatever.
Yep.
You can tell Bungie was like, this is very icky. Respect to Activision for like saying, you know what, you can like letting them go, like not even pushing back on it, like go. Do your thing. We ain't worried about it. And then they went up and signed with Sony. But I'm assuming the key part there was our experience tells us we don't want to make a deal where we're being exclusive to one console. We left Microsoft because of that. The whole Bungie Halo thing. We left Microsoft because of that. We went into Activision. They try to like split the player base. We don't want that.
Yep.
We just want to make games, and we want your support for that. And it looks like that we're all in. Fuck it, we'll do it.
I mean, here too, Tassie makes some points as well, like at the bottom, kind of like what we were talking about and speculating about here. Like, the purpose of the deal has always seemed to mainly be the following. And now, like I said, once again, this also kind of seems like speculation, but right here, Bungie will get a whole bunch of resources from Sony that right now seems to be mainly focused on hiring an absolutely ton of staff to support not only their existing Destiny team, but their new incubation games, so new IPs that they got. They're working on, which seem to include Destiny mobile game and a new non-Destiny 2 Destiny game, right, which is coming after in the 2 years, in addition to a non-Destiny IP. That's that one that I knew that they were working on for a while.
Matter.
So I forget the code name that they got for it right now.
He puts Matter in chat. I don't know if that. I'm not up to speed on that, but I guess.
Yeah, no. So and then even right here too, Sony will not just be earning profits from Destiny players on all platforms, but their main goal is to get Bungie to help train. This is to your point, what you were kind of saying, train their litany of single player focused teams on how to make live games. So that's another thing too, because I guess that's the thing, how to make a game. And I mean, not that we want everything to be live service, because we also know how.
But if you are going to bring live service,
but if you are going to bring live service, but this is a team that you want to actually show you how to do that.
I mean, you said it in your stream. This is the most optimized fucking game out there right now.
It literally, I'm sorry. Like, for all its fault and for what people don't like,
titles,
the way that fucking game runs and how that game just operates, like, I'm sorry. It's like the game, I could be away from it for months, weeks, months. And still when I go back in, I'm like, this feels so fucking good.
Every time I go back to it, it's the same thing. It's like I'm at awe of how it plays, how smooth it is, how the frame rates are solid, and the whole. It's just the
shooting. It doesn't matter. The gun doesn't matter what I'm doing. Shooting feels good in the game. Movement feels good in the game. The game just feels good. It feels good to look. It looks good. It looks good. It feels good. So you know what I mean, and it's just and that's the thing. So yes, if they could learn anything from that, that would be cool. And also, he makes a point here to mention, Sony basically does TV and movie production as well too, which could be cool. Like Destiny, actually, like Destiny, an animated Destiny.
Something in the entertainment side of things. I think they were talking about making a Destiny show or a movie.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
I would like that.
So we could see things like that. Now, is any of that going to be coming to fruition anytime soon? Probably not. I said, we at least still have 2 more years of Destiny 2 as we currently know it. So anything going forward, and whatever, and any type of announcements, anything like that, I don't think we'll be hearing about it for at least another year, 2 years. We're still 2 years away from any type of announcements from anything new that they got going on,
right?
Unless they surprise us or something like that, and want to talk about the new IP and stuff. But yeah, man. I mean, overall, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say if trophies would be given out for this kind of acquisition, I would give. I mean, obviously Sony's getting what they're gonna get out of it, but I would give the winner here. I give it to Bungie. They won this deal. Bungie overall won a deal.
Yeah.
They're tapping into the resources that Sony's known for. They got the money they need. They got the support that they've been asking for years now. Where it's like, leave us alone, let us do games.
Yeah, just give us money, and we'll do good shit, and we'll do great shit, basically.
And rightfully so. They've worked, and they got to the point where they can demand that. Like I believe that if any studio is going to demand, hey, let us work. We have proven track record that we can put out a game that people are going to play and love.
Yep,
it's the studio
and spend money on.
Like, if you're going to bet on any horse, that's the horse you want to bet on right there. So,
yeah, man.
I mean, obviously, Sony's going to get what they're going to get out of it. But I think in this, at right now, at this very point in this deal, Bungie won it. Like, this is a good deal for Bungie. Great deal.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I got for that.
Yeah. Anybody joined in? I know I already shout out Plume, Shinrock, Yobi. I don't know if I shouted you out, but welcome, Yobi. And then Joshua James, who doesn't like my puns, but hey, it was there. I had to take it. Yeah, I had to take it. They are working on new IP called Matter, and I put the DLC is probably gonna be called It Doesn't Matter.
No.
Yeah, so it was there. I had to take it.
Yeah, well, when you tee it up.
Shit, that pun lost me some watchers. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next topic.
Dr. Disrespect's new studio.
Chat, you guys like Dr. Disrespect? Because I get a sense that Twitter world hates it.
No, I think it's, you know what? It's not a hate thing. I think it's it depends, because it's like
flavor of the week type of stuff.
Huh?
Flavor of the week type of thing. It depends what he does that week. Is what
I think it just depends, because sometimes in his character he could be a little bit extra, because that's his character and stuff like that. And sometimes he could use his character to kind of like pass off certain things. I think the guy, literally his name is Guy. Guy himself is probably a pretty decent dude outside of, the shit that we won't go into now and whatever like that, personal life matter and shit like that. Well, and one time he took one time he had a film crew go into the bathroom at what was it, E3?
Which I believe
and they were actually doing E3,
but yeah.
Right, exactly. But like outside of like this, all of that shit, when it just comes out to, he's a passionate streamer, content creator. He plays a whole bunch of, like, all the games that we like, basically. He'll play it all. He'll play Warzone. He'll play Call of Duty. He'll play Apex. He'll play PUBG. He'll play, you know what I mean? And make it pretty exciting for people to watch. And the fact that he was like, all right, cool, I'm going to create a new studio. It's going to be a AAA studio. And then not only that, I'm going to get the guy that was the community manager from Infinity Ward, OG Infinity Ward 402. I'm going to get him, and I'm going to have him lead. I'm going to have him lead this studio. Right, Robert Bowling. I'm going to have him lead this studio, and then I'm going to make a game. And because I like Tarkov so much, because I'm a fan of how that game is, I'm basically going to make a game. And what he's getting a lot of shit because of the NFT tie-in to it. And I'm going to speak to that as well, too, because I got invited to go and join.
There's an NFT tie-in to it?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
That's why there's also, too,
there's that heat that he's getting from the NFT side.
He's getting the NFT side heat.
Got it.
And so I'm gonna put this back up after fixing the spelling mistake that I had. So yeah, Dr. Disrespect's new studio is making an extraction shooter. Cough, Tarkov, cough. Because that's the only thing that we could compare it to right now. There's also the other game too. That's on Steam. That's also like Tarkov-esque or extraction shooter. They have it. I forget the name of it. The Cycle Frontier. It's called. Yeah. The cycle. It's on Steam right now.
I like that there's a new genre being built out of this called extraction shooter. Like I love that. Like
no, I mean, and it's fun for me personally. Like I said, this is the game mode. I told you, I think it was Division 1, the survival mode that they had. Like that literally was this. Go in, you gotta get drinks. You gotta you're low on food, you're low on water.
Is huge.
But you got to go in, you got to loot, and you got to get the fuck out. And if you die, you lose whatever you had. But, and then it's fresh every time you go in. And I think that's what it is, almost like the PUBG or just Battle Royale experience, where you go in and it's a fresh experience every time. And that's why it would be rare for me to say, like, I've gone into a Tarkov, like, raid and experienced the same thing ever. Like, I don't think I've ever had it. It's always different every single time. And I think that's what they're trying to accomplish here with this one. But now where people get a little kind of, weary is the whole NFT. Now, and I don't know if this article necessarily goes into it. Project Moon, it sounds like a cross between Escape from Tarkov and the Raid. So right now, I got the beta access to the upcoming debut game, $50 Founders Pass. I signed up for this. They asked for all of my socials, like literally.
Is that far ahead already?
Yeah, so they're like, you could right now. So I actually have the email, and they literally, it was from their studio is called Midnight Society. That's actually the name of the studio.
That, yeah.
Yep. So
that's probably why Robert Bowling fucking denied my request when I was doing my creative content. When I actually invited him, he was like, "I'm a little busy at the moment, but
welcome to the existence." The avatars look like NFT profile pictures that a lot of people want to shit on. So it's like it already is getting that kind of negative attitude. When you hear about the game, though, it's like, okay, it's free to play multiplayer first person shooter on the Unreal 5 engine. That sounds great. PvPvE raid game, which is how Tarkov or even Hunt. I'm sorry, that's another game too that was doing that as well. Hunt Showdown as well too. And also, too, what's cool is the setting. So they're saying that it's a vertical, like it's going to be like a vertical game, survivor match.
That was an interesting phrase. Well,
here because it's set in a high rise. It's set in basically like a very tall building.
So just like the Division. Division 2 has something. No, well, it's not the same. But Division 2 has something with like a building you have to climb. Floors.
Yeah, and so literally, so there's was that DLC or was it the original?
No, that was the expansion. That was like something they added after like years of it being out. They added that recently, like last year. Where you literally climb 50 buildings, you loot all the way up there, but if you don't make it to the next floor, like you have to make it to the next floor to keep whatever the hell you got.
Right.
I mean, it's not an extraction shooter, but it's kind of like that element. Where
so I guess
you gotta to keep your shit, you gotta make it to the next level.
And now
each level has a boss battle.
And now I'm assuming the items that you're going to get, because very similar to like things like, and the only thing that I could really compare it to with things like Counter-Strike that have done this already with weapon skins and stuff. Like imagine going into a map, looting things, getting out, and then being able to flip the items that you get depending on the rarity for actual money.
Like real money, real world money.
Like real world money because of the whole NFT aspect to it and stuff like that. So, like I said, people are going to just be turned off by it. Now, I just want to see how the game plays. And if it's free to play and I don't have to put any money into it, then I think that's dope. But
I'll be honest with you, when it comes to NFT, I'm not really familiar with it, so I can't speak on it. Yeah. But when I commend someone taking the lead on it and actually putting out something with it without folding to the pressures of NFT, because I literally want to see how it works. Like I want to see it out in the world and how it works before because up until today it's been explained to me. NFT has been explained to me. I still don't understand it, so I still don't have an opinion on it.
Fungible
non-fungible trends, whatever the hell it is. But I still don't have an opinion on it enough to go either way. Like I don't. So for me, I'm that guy that it has to be something like tangible. I have to see it. I have to play it. I have to like touch it. I have to like whatever it is, so that I can go, oh, this is how it works in the game. Because up until now, it's just speculations and
exactly. And like even look at this guy.
Work that way,
This guy that did the article on PC Gamer 2. And I don't want to. Mike? Jody McGregor, MacGregor. Right here, he goes, something about calling weapons and balancing gameplay loops puts my teeth on edge. Along with the use of vertical slice and actionable, it makes the whole thing read more like an AI that's been trained on E3 conference buzzwords than a description of a video game I might like to play. But then maybe I was already turned off by the way its procedurally generated NFT characters look like budget Daft Punk wannabes. Like, my guy went in.
Like he really,
really went in. Now is he wrong? I mean, I could literally show. Okay, so I'm going to do it because since we have the ability to do it, I will show it what he was referring to.
Money's in the chat, so like chatting you up right now.
Yeah, let's see if it's showing. I'm sorry. What did Money say? Logic was hacking on Destiny today. Yo, stop hating. I wasn't hacking.
While you're looking for that, a lot of people don't know this, that the Dr. Disrespect or a guy was a map designer, a map level designer.
Well, that's another thing too. To get into a little history, he literally worked for Sledgehammer. He made a lot of the maps, or he helped design a lot of the maps in Advanced Warfare. And so it's like he's bringing his knowledge of the industry as well too into it. That's why it's like it's one of those things where it's like you want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. And I want it, and like you said, I want it, like, I'm not so anti fucking NFT like the rest of a lot of people in the gaming space are, but no, I don't personally think he's a hack. I think he knows his shit. I think
he even did a map for Rogue.
Yes.
I say Rogue Nation, but that's the freaking
the shooter.
Rogue. It's called Rogue something.
The one on Epic, the one that's on Epic Game Store.
Well, that one. He did a whole map for that game. It's one of the most favorite maps in the fucking game.
I think he helped them design it. That's what it was. He didn't make it himself, but he helped them design it.
Well, yeah, he helped them design it, but it's one of the most played favorite maps of the community for that
Rogue Company.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe I forgot that. We played that shit a lot.
This is what the character looks like, by the way, too.
Oh, that's
is basically
character?
What this is the NFT character. Yes.
I see
this is like what your character would look.
I see that fuck you're talking about.
Well, so basically that's what, so I mean, artistically, like, I don't think it looks bad necessarily. It's just
looks generic, but it doesn't look bad.
Well, and there's going to be different settings. Like, obviously, the background's going to be different. So if you play into the whole NFT thing, the design on the face will be different. The weapon that they're holding is going to be different. The you could get different versions of whatever like that. And like I said, they're letting people go in now and play it for $50 as like an early access kind of thing. And I think you'll probably get. I mean, because the game's going to be free to play. I'm assuming by paying early access, like you're helping with development costs or whatever, and then you get to see how the game is being made and how it's coming along and stuff like that as like an early support thing. I mean, like I said, I think I'm more along with you, where I don't want to necessarily shit on something before I actually see what the actual game.
I can sit here all day and tell you fuck NFTs or I like NFTs. I don't have enough to say either or. Like
do we even know if it's coming to console? I don't think we even know at this point if it's being made exclusively for PC, or if it actually will make its way to PC and console. That's another thing. You know what I mean? Especially a game like that. Can they make a game that actually has those qualities?
That's the side I lay on when I go
put it on console.
I'm glad that they're taking that push out there and going, we're going to be that first people to fuck the pressure. We're going to put it out anyway. That's where I'm going to get my real take on it and go, oh, that's how it works. Because outside of the gaming space, NFTs works differently. People, it's a whole different thing outside of the gaming space, and that it's in itself, it's in a political aspect, it's in a financial. It's like it's always ridiculed for whatever reason,
right?
And I've had people who know, as yourself, who know a little bit about NFTs or know a lot about NFTs, have explained it to me, and because I'm that guy that needs to actually, like I said before, play it or touch it or read it, or it has to be a tangible thing, physical. Or something close to it for me to understand and wrap my brain around it. I'm that kid that had to look at pictures. Fuck reading. It was pictures for me. Like, that was me. Like, if you show me pictures, I got it all day long. You talk to me, you want me to read a book?
Yeah, I need the visual. I need the visual representation. Yeah,
I need the pictures and the audio. And the audio. I need both. I need to see the pictures, and you talk to me while I'm looking at pictures.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, so I definitely don't want to shit on it before, but I definitely want to see more. And then what the loop is going to be, how it's going to survive as a free-to-play game, because that's the thing. It's free-to-play, so then how are you going to introduce monetization? Is it going to be strictly through NFTs? Like, are they going to do a system similar to Counter-Strike where they'll have ways for you to buy loot boxes to get items, and the items you're able to sell on a marketplace, and then they'll have in-game currency, but that could technically be transferred to a wallet that you could cash out for actual money. Because then because then other people, because that's what I fear. I fear people that don't care about the game and that only care about making money will come into the game and basically just find a way. And I don't know what that'll do to aspect that's just speculation at that point.
I gotta expect that when this game was talked about between him and his partners, that from day one, this is what they wanted and this is the vision they have. So respect to the vision they have and let them see it through. And whatever happens when it releases is what happens. Yeah. I see from my point of view, the pressure that Dr. Disrespect has to me, it's not the NFT side. That's in its own thing. But to me, is that for years watching this guy talk about how things can improve, this game should do this to do better, whether it be Battlefield, Call of Duty Warzone, whatever game he's playing at the moment. And now he always has his opinion, very heavy opinion on how that game can improve. Even with Halo, Halo needs a battle royale. Unpopular opinion, I get it. But because he has those opinions, I think that's where I put the pressure on him. You're now finally doing your own game with a brand new studio that it's your studio.
Your studio, right? You're directing
not a third party.
So now all that criticism that you gave to XYZ developer / game maker and everything like that, will you be able to constructively do that to yourself? Yeah. And are you going to deliver on all the things that you basically said? Imagine if this game just did this, or just had this, or just took this from this and this from this. You could do that now. You could take the best of Warzone. You could take the best of Tarkov. You could take the best of The Hunt. You could take the best of Halo, the best of just straight up Call of Duty, the Arena. Take the best of it all and just make a game, and let's see what it actually comes out to at that point.
Yeah, let me see what you got. You spoke a lot about this all throughout your career. Let's see what you got. I want to see it. Yes. So interested in it. I'm interested in it. I want to see what it's about. The moment Extraction Shooter, that name popped out and they tagged it, I'm like, oh shit.
I like it. I like that name. I like that name. Just like we had Looter Shooter for things like Destiny and Borderlands and stuff. I like that name for that type of genre. I like that genre though, because like I said, I fuck with Tarkov.
I watch the. I mean, I don't play the genre, but I watch it and I enjoy watching the genre with whoever's playing the Tarkov or whoever's playing, Hunt or whatever. I don't play those games, but I love watching people who know how to play those games because it's entertaining. Ready or not, that's another one. It's not an Extraction Shooter, but Ready or Not.
No, but just that slow pace, methodical, mill sim kind of.
Love watching it, and everybody's the same. I get it, but until this game comes out and whatever the vision is they have comes out and I can see it, then give me some gameplay. I want to watch people play. I'm into it, but I'm sure he's gonna have like streamers in the community that he's friends with play the game. Get it popular, get it out there, get it to the streaming.
Well, they did that when they were first giving away the keys and the passes and stuff. If you go to their Twitter account, Midnight Society, there were definitely a lot of people. They were giving away people access. They were giving away people's avatars and stuff initially, and they were tagging the creators. And there were a pretty decent amount of creators that were going in and accepted. They're also doing, real quick before we actually transition off to our next topic, July 29th, they're actually doing basically like an early look at it in Hollywood somewhere. So they're doing a get-together, and for people that actually, I think it's a behind closed, they might release some things from it, but it's right here actually. So a founders event in Los Angeles on July 29th. Access Pass holders have exclusive access to download these snapshots. Dev roundtables, both online and in person, will allow us to discuss the design of each feature, weapon balancing. That's another thing too, that people that are paying in the $50 and getting early access to this stuff have input onto the game, what they might want to see in the game and stuff like that. So they're actually listening to the people, they're actually listening to the community as they're going along and making the game too, and not just making something, delivering it and saying, here it is. They're actually taking active feedback, which is pretty cool too. But yeah, man. So looking forward to seeing more of that for me personally.
Likewise. I would not shoot it down and give a knee-jerk reaction to something I don't know nothing about just yet. I get it. People have their ways of thinking about whatever they want to think about when it comes to the extraction shooter title or the NFT side of thing, or even because it's Doctor Disrespect. But the body of his work has at least allowed me to give him a chance and go, okay, I want to see what he's going to put out there because his body of work I cannot dismiss. We may not like his attitude and how he presents himself on stream, but that is a persona, and I see through it because like anybody else in the community, it's a persona
right?
That you buy into. And I'm old school, so I'm the kind of guy that, and I've said this before, where when an actor is doing their job, whether you hate them, love them, you're angered at whatever it is, emotion they draw out of you, they're doing the job. His job is to get that attitude out of you, like, oh shit, I hate this guy. Why is he like, oh, and you're still watching because you want to see him fail. That's part of his persona. He wants you to feel you want me to fail. I mean, that's a weird way to look at it, but that's how most of like the people that hate him, that's how they look at him. Like his persona is to trigger that emotion out of you. You want to see him fail. You can't wait for him to fail, and he thrives off that. He eats and feeds off of that.
This is a couple of more of the actual variants, they call them. And actual different. So these are the stats. This is basically what an NFT, like the stats, like what they're doing. The right shoulder, if they have a gun, the weather that's in the background, the visor that they have, the rarity of it. That's like to show you how rare the actual person is. So the stats of it, bunch of different. Like, see, this one doesn't look like the other one, obviously. Like different symbol, different background, different. He's got guns.
Itself, yeah.
Right here, this person here, different face, different background, holding a gun. Stats with it and stuff like that. And
these are concept art, right?
No, this is actual. This is legit. This is going to be their actual. I mean, so the NFT itself is based on what your person's going to look like modeled in the game, essentially.
Okay.
But this is the start of it. This is pretty much how your person would look.
Oh, that looks like Destiny, the hunter.
A little bit, yeah.
Down below, yeah.
And this one with the axe on the background too. This one we saw already. But yeah, and then the different stats for it. But
I like that one.
Like I said,
the one.
Yeah.
Bottom.
But this is what hooks.
Heart emoji. There you go.
Yeah, because it's the artwork. A lot of people just get hooked on the artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like versus So yeah.
Oh, that's badass. I see numbers on them too. 7, 6, 4.
7. Some of them get 7. Yep. It just because they're different. They're different mints basically that happen. So yeah.
Midnight Society. I see Robert Bowling. I see why you denied or you declined my interview talk. Sit down.
He's busy. He's busy.
I get it.
Busy.
I'll hit you up when this is launched and everything, and we see if you're a man of your words. Say, hit me up after this whole thing goes down.
Yeah,
I didn't know what it was at the time, but yeah, now I know. Cool. All right, Dr. Disrespect. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Word.
We have Skate 4?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting how they made this a free to play. They just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do free to play." I wasn't allowed to speak about it before. Obviously, it was behind closed doors type stuff. But I was invited to play the the pre alpha of Skate.
Right. So are you still? Did they still do like an NDA thing, like where you can't talk about what you did?
Okay. Yeah, I tried to. I was recording some clips from it, but it literally had riddled all over the like. Not when you're playing it, but I don't know how they did this. The moment I started recording it through my
they were like, "What the fuck you doing?"
Like, no, it hit like the record screen on the Gato. Yeah. It had like shit all over it. Like,
a watermark. They got watermarked. Yes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They were like, "No, don't you fucking dare. We're gonna know it's you, bitch." And you know what it is? It probably watermarked it with like with information that could lead back to you. So like if you went to go post the video, be like, "Oh, we know who did it. Is you?"
We know who did it. Mm-hmm. Unique to my it was like unique to my.
So are there any? So can you? I mean, because I don't like. I have an article here from IGN that I guess they talk about it. So basically, to lead into it for audio listeners, sorry, because sometimes we're bad at introducing new topics, but to actually talk about it, Skate 4 is now just Skate.
It's no longer the number 4 Skate because they made it free to play. I figured the 4. They probably figured the 4 would have confused things, so just free to play.
Yep, Skate. It's Skate. Yep, that's it. Skate.
So what I played, again, there was no world. It was just literally it was ragdoll effects.
Yeah. Well, it looks like from what they were showing too, from what IGN was just showing, it looked very not bland, but like just geometry, like not finished.
Oh no, there was
models not
nothing
finished.
in the game as far as assets, final assets, or close to final assets.
Early
None of
for
that.
sure. Early.
Early. I felt like I was back in the office working at EA years ago, and I'm like,
That's
holy
funny.
shit, I'm really testing a pre-alpha build. Like,
yeah.
Basically, what they were testing there was to test the net code, to stress that out, obviously.
Yep.
But the things I gathered from what I played is pretty cool because you're able to. I don't remember. Please remind me, chat, or even you, Logic, where you're able to leave your skateboard and literally walk around the world, roam it. You don't have to be on your skateboard the whole time. You can roam it. So I thought that was pretty cool. That you could do that, and it looks like they're gonna have like any other skate game in the past, where you're able to walk up to an objective and accept it and play that mission. It's gonna have that kind of thing in it.
And I remember if I was reading an article before. I'm trying to remember when it could have been a while ago when they were first talking about early like ideas for skate and doing it, like being able like because we know like there even in New York the different skate parks that they've had in Brooklyn and famous places. I'm sure like out like on the West Coast in California, different skate parks like. And the ability, like you said, to basically just walk up to the skate park and then just start skating. Not like where it's so
looks
arcadey,
like that's
but
gonna be in it.
It looks like it's just very just like it's just going to be very like you're in the world and just you see that curb and you want to skate off that curb, you can do it. You see that pole right there? You want to skate off that pole, you can do it. Like
keynotes they were pointing out before I jumped into the beta because they give you like these keynotes and it was like explore the world. It's open. Like words like you can if you see it, you can go to it. Obviously, which is blocks and shit, so there was nothing to see to go to. But
if we build it, they will come.
Yeah, that's the keyword that we're using. So that tells me that this skate being free to play will be an open world skate game. I don't know if you played the latest, like I think what was it, NBA 2K game. Where literally they have I think they call it the city or the park, whatever they call it, where you can walk around the actual city. And do 1-on-1, 2-on-2s, pickup games, horse. You could do that kind of stuff.
But then it becomes, and even from the last one, 2K22, where it's like you could walk. There's different courts that you could go to at different parts of the city, but it's like a whole city. There's courts all around the city and territories and things like that. That's pretty dope. Yeah.
So basically, they're taking that concept.
Yeah.
And it's EA anyways. They're taking that concept and they're blowing it up. They're rolling that right there into this game. So I mean. I didn't see no cities or nothing because it was a blob. It's just objects. But from the keynotes, that's what they were talking about. Go ahead and explore whatever you see. You can do. If there's a railing there, you can grind it. If there's a building with a door on it, you can get into it and meet people. I was like, holy shit, this is going to be one of those games. It made more sense when I saw that they made it free to play. Like when the moment they announced it as free to play, I'm like, now that makes a lot more sense. What they were trying to describe to me, I get it.
And then a couple of things from this article. So they say here. So the full circle article revealing that Skate 4 is officially called Skate. Studio confirmed that it will be free to play. So we know this for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Great. I wonder if there's crossplay. Right. So furthermore, it will also have crossplay and cross progression support. Great. Cross progression. Great. That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. Here I highlighted it real quick. It also explained why. They chose to go with the name Skate as opposed to Skate 4, saying that this is not a sequel, reboot, or remake, but a new platform that will be built upon for years to come. I want to highlight that. Built upon for years to come. That's a fucking live service, ladies and gentlemen. Now EA's doing it, so that's upsetting because unfortunately they just don't.
It's upsetting.
They got a poor track record.
Well, it looks like the industry is forcing this down our throats now. Like they want us to get used to live service any fucking game. Like fuck it, Skate. I know you love Skate and you enjoy Skate and you remember Skate, but this is live service.
Yeah, let's hope live service can sometimes be used as a dirty word, but I don't think if done properly, i.e., Destiny, it's not. Like it needs if it's done properly. It's not bad because I could see a world where it's like they find a way. I mean, because you think about the things that you could monetize in a potential skateboarding game, right? You could obviously monetize the skateboard. You could monetize the outfits. You can monetize
the wheels you
get on the skateboard. And the way you look, exactly the wheels you like all of that
sponsorship
exactly that's the way that I'm seeing that you could do it. So because if not, then how are you gonna you have to do it, but it has to be the gameplay has to still be engaging enough for people to want to go and sink money in. Just because you make a game free to play doesn't mean people are going to spend money in said game.
Right.
So hopefully the game
automatic.
right, free to play doesn't automatically mean that people will spend money on said game. But if the game is good enough where people are invested in it and they want to buy things, and if the actual MTX, the microtransactions in it, are worth it, then we'll see. And maybe it's not just cosmetic. I don't think, obviously, because it's based on somewhat, I guess, realism kind of thing. It's not really going to be like an arcadey kind of thing. I don't see them going crazy with some, like, it's not going to be like pay to win microtransactions. Like, you're not going to buy a pair of sneakers that are going to give you more height than the fucking, like, that would be stupid.
No. That'll be dumb. But I believe they'll have like tournaments in there, like known sponsored tournaments with Monster and a bunch of like the music's gonna be in there. But see, it's really no paid gameplay advantage.
No pay to win.
You play, you automatically think microtransactions. So the next thing you want to go to is is there gonna be gameplay advantages to this fucking pay?
The four rules they shared are as follows: no pay to win, no map areas locked behind paywall, no paid loot boxes, no paid gameplay advantages. All right, well, cool.
That's pretty much the keynotes that were given to me when I was downloading the game. Like that and plus more, but like those pretty much what it was saying.
Pre alpha.
There you go. See, I wasn't lying.
pre alpha. It was pre.
It was like what's that one game I'm thinking about? Humans Fall Flat or whatever. Like it's like blobs.
Okay.
And like you walking on ragdolling. I'm like, what? This is skate?
Yeah.
But it's alpha pre alpha. So, I get it. Yeah.
Listen, I was a big skate fan. I was a big Tony Hawk fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love Tony Hawk.
I was more on the Tony Hawk side. Yeah.
I'm big on the Tony Hawk side. Skate was cool because obviously it gave you that realism. It was more grounded. Obviously, it was like real skateboarding. Like, you know what I mean? Like I knew people that skateboarded. I tried some in high school a little bit to skateboard and busted my ass quite a few times over by a beach in Connecticut, and it just didn't really, follow through with it. I stuck.
It's crazy how almost every genre has like a versus, like a yin and a yang. When it comes to first person shooter, you got Call of Duty Battlefield, and then you got on the skate world, you got Tony Hawk Skate.
Yeah, Tony Hawk and Skate. It's
almost like, everything has a yin and a yang to the.
You could get with world. This, so you could get with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like,
but I'm looking forward to it now that it's free to play as well. So
now that it's free to play, it's like that's awesome. I don't know when do you think we're seeing that? We'll throw that one out there.
Look, listen. If that's where they're, I'm assuming that's where they're at in their stage of development. Pre. If that's where they're at in the development, I don't see this releasing until late, late next year. Like it's just what I played was not ready for anything. I was
gonna say like 2024, but
isn't it? Oh, next year's 2023.
Yeah,
I say late next year.
If we maybe see this. Because then what if they do, because it is live service and they're going to build on it? What if they pull the whole, hey, we're going to release the game and then we'll just add on to it, and then here's the game for what it is?
Fortnite early access.
And they just give you hey, it's early access and we're going to work to get to 1.0.
You can't bitch about it. You cannot bitch about it.
And then you can't bitch about it because, look what you signed up for. But if you decide to pay money on it, I mean, Valorant fucking launched as early access technically, and you see what Valorant's doing right now.
Us as consumers and gamers, we are the ones that shape the landscape of gaming. People don't really, like, we shape it with what we pay for, right? So we've accepted the fact that these early access games are popular. Thieves, you're talking about Grounded. You're talking about there's so many you can name. But these games that has come out that has been Fortnite, where it's like they tag you with an early access thing on it, and it's like we've accepted it to go. Okay, I understand it's early access, and if you stick with it long enough, for God's sakes, you're gonna get like the fruitation on it is amazing. Grounded 1.0 coming out, that's gonna be a campaign, beautiful. Sea of Thieves, we all know how that started. That wasn't the most beautiful game in the world. People don't remember that shit. That shit was ugly as hell. The water wasn't looking like that when it first came out.
Yeah.
That's all done through years and years of development and early access type shit. I think, isn't Sea of Thieves still early access, or did they take that off?
No, I think they took that off.
They took it off finally?
Yeah. I mean, Tarkov is technically early access, and it doesn't feel like an early. It feels like an early access. I don't want to say that because it is buggy and it's still there's shit. It's not complete. There's maps missing. There's gameplay features missing. There's a lot of. But for what it is, when it's so fucking weird to call Tarkov like an incomplete game because it might be one of the most heavy like
every time I hear
RPG
Tarkov being,
simulated fucking like.
every time I hear you or anybody say it's an incomplete game, it's laughable.
It just like what? Like
Yeah, double take.
The weapon customizations, they're still adding fucking weapons to it. The amount of the attachments in you. All right, I'm not going to turn this to another Tarkov thing, but I'm just saying. It just
I'm giving it the old. Every time I hear that about Tarkov, I give it the old like side look, dog side look, like what?
Yeah, it's like we know.
Yeah. But no, man, I'm interested. The fact that they made it free to play is a good thing. It's a really good thing. I just hope they don't do that whole way we just talked about where they slap with early access. It's not a bad thing either, but
no,
it's free to play as long as we're not paying for early access. Okay, I just think that some of these games get hurt in the long run when you slap early access on it and expect us not to complain. I don't know. Some games don't benefit from an early access tag. It falls apart very early and doesn't get recovered anytime after that. It's like, oh man, what's that one game? It's a battle royale game, Hyperscape. That shit came out early access, man. And it failed hard. It never picked up. It fell so hard. But then again, it is Ubi. Ubi's known for, hey, we're gonna try something. No, we're not gonna try it no more. Like 3 months later, like buy the battle pass. You bought 2, great. That's the last 2 we're gonna do.
That's the last. Thanks for the support. Talk about a rug pull.
That's dangerous, but it's like, oh, you know what you did with your future titles? Yeah. We're gonna look at it 3 times now, like, and decide if we really want to go with it or not. But that's Skate 4 chat. Let us know if you are in here and checking polls. I hope you guys didn't fall asleep on me. But Stone King's in. I'm glad he put his name back to Stone King. I love that.
Yeah,
name. Man. So he's back. He's in the chats. Yeah, 4 o'clock p.m. We've been doing it for a little bit now. It's even for us. It's like, oh shit, it's at 4, not at 5. So sometimes even it catches us, it sneaks up on us. It's like, oh, okay, it's 4 o'clock. All right, cool.
So I'm gonna do like a little. I'm gonna throw you a little curveball because I forgot that I bookmarked this, and it's not like too big of a. I want to bring it up because it's and I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna it's fucking and it's a cool segue because you'll see like with the topics it'll make sense. It'll definitely make sense. Let me just get this up real quick. So a little curveball.
This fucking guy.
Listen. Did you see this?
No longer. Yeah, I saw this. Okay. I mean, I think it's one of the first things I saw when I reactivated my damn Twitter. I was like, oh shit.
Former EA CEO, current Unity CEO. Not my Unity. That's the engine. Unity's the engine now that a lot of people use. Escape from Tarkov uses Unity. Okay. Just saying, a lot of games use Unity.
Didn't Assassin's Creed use Unity?
Unity engine? It's possible. I gotta double check. There's a lot of games on Unity now too. It's a really dope engine. But the CEO, John Riccitiello.
Riccitiello. I think he's Italian, so Riccitiello. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not gonna has apologized for calling game developers who don't focus on implementing monetization early on in the creative process some of the biggest fucking idiots. Wow.
This is that perfect example of say it now, apologize later shit. Like say it, just put it out there. Do it and then apologize later. Rather than apologizing now, just apologize later. People will forgive you. But to say that and it's quoted of him saying biggest fucking idiot. Like it's quoted.
He shared the apology on Twitter and clarified his comments regarding these devs he called the most beautiful and pure, brilliant people and some of the biggest fucking idiots. So that remember, we're not talking about quotes taken out of context. Okay, this is literally here he goes. I want to talk about both what I said in the interview and my follow-up tweet. He wrote, "I'm going to start with an apology. My word choice was crude. I'm sorry. I'm listening and I will do better." What? Like, no, I mean, listen, I don't know how you got.
I say that to my wife all the time when she talks about the water bill. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening. I apologize.
I guess I'll start sharing this screen only for the article so people know where I'm getting this from.
Oh my God, when I saw that, like literally, that was like one of the first things I saw when I got back onto it. I'm like, why? I don't think your brother even put it in the chat.
No, I want to get the rest of this here. So I'm gonna read this through for everyone. What I can do perhaps is provide more on what I was thinking when I did the interview. What I would have said if I had taken great care. So basically what he's trying to say then is that he doesn't think before he speaks. Like You're the CEO of a fucking game engine. You're the former CEO of one of the largest video game publishers in the world.
6 to 7 figure salary.
Easy.
And this is how you speak.
And you want to shit on game developers that could possibly lease your game engine or not lease your game engine now because you sound like a jerk off. You sound like an entitled jerk off because you're saying what people already understand. Like, you know, when Activision put pressure on fucking Bungie to make sure that microtransactions took front and center inside their game, so then you got slapped over the fucking head with microtransactions inside of Destiny, and then everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And Bungie was like, "Sorry," basically, but Activision, and then they fucking left them because that's just what it was. Okay, and we understand that you have to find ways to make money, but he's basically like, you have to design your game around microtransactions from jump, or you suck, basically, or basically you shouldn't be making a game.
I'm just surprised that he didn't come back and then like retrograde the bitch and say something like, no, that was misquoted. What I was really saying was, it's stupid that devs are focusing on microtransactions. What idiots! Like,
no. So here it is. So first, I have a great respect for game developers. The work they do is amazing. The creativity can't be incredible, whether on a AAA console, mobile, or indie game designed to be played by millions, or a creative project, a game made just for the sheer joy of it. Second, one thing I have seen is that most game devs work incredibly hard and want people to play their game, to enjoy it, and when appropriate for players to engage deeply. For the game devs I've worked most closely with, there's often anxiety about whether players will love the game and appreciate all the work and love that went into making it. Third, sometimes all a game developer wants is to have a handful of friends enjoy the game, art for art's sake, and art for friends. Others want player money to buy this. I don't know if they quoted him right or if I'm reading this right. Are you seeing this with me?
I'm listening. I'm
trying to
read it with you.
I have the article. Others want player money to buy the game or game items so they can make a living. Both of these motivations are noble. Fourth, what I was trying to say and clearly failed at saying is that there are better ways for game developers to get an early read on what players think of their game, to learn from their feedback, and if the developer wants to adjust the game based on this feedback. But you didn't say anything. Here's the problem I have with this statement.
Can we make it normal? Can we make it a thing where we don't have to over-explain our bullshit? Like, just say I fucked up and move on.
Yeah, because he really tried to put, but I guess this is what he worked on and what he practiced on saying and what needed to be delivered to try to walk back. Yeah, because what he said is that if you're a developer making a game in this day and age, don't you dare make a game without fucking having microtransactions in it. That's all I get. How do you not get anything else?
Because you're an idiot. Otherwise,
right?
You're an idiot. Otherwise, you're an idiot. It's what he's basically. It's. Oh my god.
So maybe there's a reason why EA let him go, or he left from EA, or whatever the fuck. Even though EA, but that's where he comes from. That's the culture. That's how these people think, though. So I guess can I blame him?
I like that you're big braining it right there. The fact that he's coming from EA, and you see what EA has been doing for years. Now you know exactly why these EA games come out the way they did, because this used to be the head of that fucking thing.
This is what I'm saying. This is the people telling the developers. This is the guy. Some of the biggest fucking idiots, most beautiful, pure, and brilliant people, and some of the biggest fucking idiots. But somehow he wasn't really thinking clearly when he made that quote, and that if he had time and he would have and really thought about it, he would have chose different words. No, but you fucking chose that though, right? Because Twitter. That's another thing too. 240 characters gets you every time. Gets you every fucking time.
Yes, it catches you.
Gets you really unless you fucking do a twit longer. Because guess what? All that bullshit that I just fucking read was basically from the twit longer. And then I'll end it real quick because I feel bad not finishing off the rest of the apology. If I had been smarter in choosing my words, I would have just said this. We are working to provide developers with tools so they can better understand what their players think, and it is up to them to act or not based on this feedback. So basically, his team at Unity is coming up with ways for a developer to show, or for developers to be able to see if people will be, I guess, attracted to microtransactions or not. Like they're trying to come up with tools and ways to basically help developers monetize their games to make more money.
Here's an idea. You already have under your payroll, you already have a PR person. A person that coaches you on what to say, proofreads whatever the statements you're about to put out, obviously.
Yeah, nobody saw that fucking tweet when he shot that out. Where's the PR there? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why not use these fuckers before this gets into bullshit? Like, before you tweet that out or before you say that, before you speak that, check with that PR person and go, hey man, is this correct?
Am I gonna get into trouble for this?
I mean, at this point, your moral code is off, your filters are gone, and only because you were checked, it's because you're apologizing. You're not apologizing because you thought it was wrong. You're apologizing
he got checked. Last night, developer Tim Sora tweeted that he was destroying the Unity we all loved.
God, and these are the guys that run these big fucking company game engines or EA or whatever it is. Like these are the ones who get put up there to run big money. It's unbelievable. It's sickening that this is where we're at. Like this is who we nominate to become head of whatever the fuck they want to be head of. This is what he said. Like you think that apology he said was worth shit? No, it wasn't, because behind closed doors he's still talking under his breath saying you're a stupid idiot for not thinking monetizing. Because at the end of the day, his job is to bring in revenue. That's his job. His job is not to think creatively and think of other ways to make
bottom
money.
line. It's how do I make this company profitable? How do I make
I'm not risking
Unity,
nobody's
how
money.
do I make this? How do I make Unity profitable? Yeah.
Right. What's the easiest way to revenue stream? I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. Let's continue doing that. Oh shit, I got caught saying that. All right, let's apologize. Somebody write me it up. I'll even butcher that shit. Come on, man. It's crazy. It's just the amount of idiots that are in charge of these companies, executive level or otherwise. It's like, who, why are these people the ones in charge? Do they even play video fucking games? God, it's like, oh man, it's crazy.
So yeah, I just thought I forgot that I had that there, and I just thought I'd throw that in there because that
wasn't even a topic. I forgot. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. But it
leads right into the next one.
It leads right into the next one. EA Pro Consumer ?
EA. See, I didn't see. You had to bring this up to me. I didn't know. I mean, I knew how the BioWare points worked. I didn't know it bought more than what it did, because you were making a point with the whole Ubisoft thing and how they do it.
Yeah,
but this is cool.
I think because the BioWare points, from what I remember, were if you basically did achievements or what Origin considered achievements, you were in those games. You were able to earn the points, or you could just buy the points.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could earn the points for free if you did things in the game and you got points via game, or you bought the points and then you would use the points instead of just fucking going to buy the DLC. You'd use the points to go and actually redeem them to get DLC in games like Mass Effect and Dragon Age.
Dragon Age, yeah.
So the article, and this was cool, just came up. So this is a cool thing. EA's ending BioWare points and making Dragon Age and Mass Effect DLC free. So all DLC that can be purchased with BioWare points will be free, except for Mass Effect 3's multiplayer packs, which is fine. But Mass Effect 3, like this has nothing to do with the Legendary Edition, by the way, too. This was the standalone Mass Effect 3 for PC, by the way.
Okay.
So, but what they're doing is they're basically making the DLC that they had for. So, like, if they never did Legendary Edition, this is cool. Like, if you own these, like, because like me, like I owned Mass Effect Trilogy on PC without having the Legendary Edition, right? And then, but I didn't have things like the Mass Effect 2 DLC. So I'm not going to say I'm not proud of this, but I got the DLC from nefarious means, and in order to play the Mass Effect 2, because for me it was difficult for me to try to justify, after already playing through Mass Effect on console and wanting to get it on PC, trying to purchase the DLC that I've already played now for the umpteenth time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I've played this game so many times. It's like, fuck, do I really? But you don't get the complete, because if you don't get the DLC for Mass Effect 2, you don't get like Arrival and the different characters. You don't get the full story. It made a lot of sense, and for Mass Effect specifically. Okay, so like I said, if Legendary Edition never came out, this is cool. I mean, the fact that Legendary Edition came out And for people that didn't get it and that just have the base game still, the standalone games, this is cool too. Dragon Age Origins, like basically, if you didn't get the DLC and you didn't play it, well, they're going to be free now on PC, which is dope. And then I guess EA stating that these BioWare points would be no more. EA confirmed to IG and that they will indeed be gone from the Origin store October 11th, 2022.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was it. So yeah, so purchase in-game content packs. BioWare points were more prevalent during the days of previously mentioned games. EA stopped using them for games such as Anthem, Dragon Age, Inquisition, and that's another thing too. They didn't keep up with the BioWare points. But I think to like what we were talking about, and we talked about this off stream, was that this was kind of like their thing to like Ubisoft, like what Ubisoft was doing.
Like the Ubi Connect, where you go on there and like literally whatever, like it's tied to whatever in-game achievements that you're playing, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, whatever it is.
Yes.
And then you go back to their storefront and it gives you like these points so you can go ahead and turn into weapons.
Go get or a mobile fucking wallpaper or wallpaper for your computer screen or soundtrack. Right, exactly. Soundtrack. In what was it for Ubisoft in the oh my god, why can't I think of the games right now? It's the not Assassin's Creed.
They got Assassin's Creed. They got
keep going. Come on.
That's it. That's like the two biggest ones. Oh, and Watch Dogs.
Thank you, Watch Dogs. And Watch Dogs, you could get the different things for Watch Dogs as well too. The drone, I think, or spray paints or something like that.
Crossover too. Like you can get like something that's themed Watch Dogs to play in Assassin's Creed.
Yes. So so they do a pretty decent job, but like to keep people engaged by just playing the game, which is cool. It's always a cool system. We talk about this all the time with Microsoft. How remember they used to give you avatars for doing.
Man,
you get the Halo. You get the Master Chief avatar for fucking doing something in Halo. You
get the Master Chief helmet. The
Master Chief helmet. This is what right for your avatar. Bring back Microsoft if you're hearing us. Bring back avatar. Like no, you know what I mean? Like, or just make DVR good again. I don't know.
Make DVR good again, or bring back Mixer. Do something. Just give us back that. Like,
bring back the streaming service that you fucking ended up shelling out 40. I mean, this is how you know a company's rich, right? When you literally between Shroud and fucking Ninja, you pay them probably upwards of like, let's just call it, I don't know. I mean, reportedly, it was like one of them got 20 million and the other one got 40 or something.
Well, they got the bag.
Let's call it like 50 or 60 between two fucking streamers, and then you end up selling the fucking streaming service or offloading it to Facebook. And because of their contracts, both Shroud and Ninja got to keep the money, and then they got to basically be freelancers for a couple of months, and then both went back and are now streaming on Twitch.
I think that was probably the easiest money they've ever made. The easiest millions they've made in a year. And whatever.
See the house that fucking Shroud has?
Oh yeah, bro. That's Mixer. That's Mixer money. Right
Mixer money, man. It's Microsoft money right there, dude.
I think at that point when somebody at Microsoft was like, "What are y'all doing, bro?" Like, no. This is gonna make us go broke. We're not doing this.
It might have just been like, yo, tax write off. Like, like you know what I mean? It must have been a tax write off at that point.
No, of course. I mean, it's corporations like that. I mean, they get when they're frivolous with their money like that. There's tax write offs. There's got to be. There's some way somehow it doesn't affect them in the way we think it affects them when they're writing off to these streamers. Regular people like you and me who play I wouldn't say better, but play professionally.
Yes.
Like at a game or several games, and they have that entertainment factor with them. Yeah, they're like, fuck it, we'll just throw money at them. If we lose it, it's an investment that we're not going to really feel. It's like, you're right, man. When a company got millions and billions and billions of dollars, like they could just throw away. Yeah, that's nuts, man. Hey, Microsoft, a little this way. I don't know if you know, but gas is expensive. Just a little this way.
They do enough kills. Stop. Don't ask them for things. They do enough. You
really want to throw away money? Right this way, baby.
Just throw it in our direction.
Right this way. I'll make sure your throwaway money is done good by us.
Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Start a couple of
chat.
nonprofits.
Wake up.
Too.
Where you guys at? Nobody talking in the chat. What's going on?
Well, but just to get through this one, basically. So, and the points too. Whatever points you have left over, you'll be able to buy. Or I'm sorry, you'll have until October 11th to buy the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer pack. And after that date, you'll only be able to earn points in the game to buy the multiplayer packs.
Oh, I missed this, but did you? You already got the game, but I missed this. Jay put in the chat where the Prime Days, was giving out Mass Effect trilogy.
Yeah. I mean, I already had it, but yeah.
I know we have it, but still,
I ended up locking in for Prime Days, and I got a bunch of stuff, bunch of the other games that I have codes for that I didn't redeem just yet. But yeah, I thought that was a funny little compare and contrast between former EA versus current EA. I mean, I feel like it's one of those things where they're just like this. It's like legacy content and things that because they're starting to move away from Origin and go to EA desktop anyway, and they're just trying to not rebrand, but just get away from just older systems essentially.
They're trying to streamline shit. They're not trying to keep everything around. They're trying to streamline it to one smooth thing, so that when you think a brand, you think you see a name, you think a whole brand. You don't think.
And yeah, and if only they fucking knew how to make a good first person shooter.
You're talking about Battlefield.
Stop it. That's another thing too. I mean, I could go on another tangent here because I have the website up. The reality mod for Battlefield 3. Remember we talked? I think we talked about that when Kill for Cash. I literally I don't have Battlefield 3 Premium Edition. I just have Battlefield 3. And it's actually it's not $35. I think it's like through like one of those CD key websites. It's like $17 to get the premium edition with all the maps. But the reality mod is launching today. Literally, the mod comes out today, and it's basically I think I showed you the video, but it's Battlefield 3 but revamped. Basically, they're using what's called Venice Unleashed, a modding and improvement framework for Battlefield 3. Been working closely together with the VU devs since the start. RM team helped requesting, testing, and engineering new features that were required. But they're basically turning Battlefield 3 into like games like Squad or Tarkov-ish, kind of, where it's like more realistic, less time to kill, like almost like a permanent, but like it's in the Battlefield 3 game and framework and maps, but more realism and fixing classes and stuff like that. So that officially launches today. If you have Battlefield 3 on PC with the premium edition with all the DLCs, you can get that for free. Yeah, so that's also another thing that I want to mention since we're on the EA topic. But yeah, man, that's that.
The Yankees won. Well, they won.
And the Yankees won. Very good.
Yeah, they're going to the break. 64 games. There you go.
Let's go, man. Time for some time. They need the rest, like you said. They
definitely need the rest. I hope these guys, all 6 of them, that was going to this All-Star break, going to the game itself. I hope they just like live it up and just relax and just don't even stress yourself, man. Play the game to play the game and come back fresh. Yeah. I hate that it's a short season though, or not short season. The season started late because everything feels forced upon. Like this All-Star break, there's no days in between. It's like today was the last day of the season, first half of the season,
or the fact that we have a game
tomorrow. Yeah, is a day off for those who are not in the All-Star game. It's a day off, but if you're in the rookies game or not the rookie, the home run derby, you're still part of that.
Yep.
And then like they don't even get. I don't even think they get Tuesday off, right? Because Tuesday the season starts right back up.
No, it's Thursday for the Yankees specifically because we had the rain delay, and I think that's why we're playing Houston.
Right, we're playing 2 games coming out.
We're playing 2 games in Houston, yeah, but that's not really break. Technically, our first game should have been on Friday, but we had to go and play on Thursday. Yeah, it sucks. Anyways,
okay, we got to do a sports podcast. All the Yankees. That's it. Just the Yankees. And we hate Houston. That's it. We call it that.
Yes.
We hate the We Hate Houston pod.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I'm pretty sure that's the title of it actually.
Yeah. Bandai Namco. Yo, this year, your brother he put this in the chat, and I'm like, how legit is this? And when he told me it was like legit, like it was leaked by like mainstream media, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, this is because you already know the first thing my eyes went to, right? You gotta know on that list where my eyes went.
Was it One Punch or Elden Ring? No, it was Elden Ring.
I said One Punch. Well,
I said One Punch. I don't know. One Punch. Yeah, I don't know. One Punch Fan Fighters Association. But yeah,
I've been wanting. I even did a video on it. I've been wanting Elden Ring
DLC quarter 3.
Yes,
it's Barbarians of the Badlands.
Yeah, so that's like late next year type stuff. It's like, oh my god, why?
Well, not technically because quarter 1's coming up. Technically, remember fiscal
quarter
year
starts this year.
Quarter 1 technically starts this year, so that's like summertime technically. Quarter 3, that's
a whole year and a half before we get anything on Elden Ring. And I've been me and Money's been like we were talking about last night, like dying for more Elden Ring stuff. Like I want more, but according to, not according, but what your brother's been saying, the history behind the developers of these games, these Souls games, like the history is that when they do these DLCs, it's not just normal, cosmetic shit and one mission here. No, it's a whole expansion of a world
Yep.
that he makes even more difficult than the main game. So it's his own thing. I'm like, oh, okay. So I see why it's taking a while longer. But
yeah,
when I saw this, that's why I asked straight out, like, how credible is this leak? And when he said it was like,
it comes from
incredible,
it supposedly was a hack, and that's what it was.
right?
So
Just like the
comes from a hack.
Nvidia, yeah, just
Yeah.
like the Nvidia and the Capcom, yeah.
Yep. It came from a hack. I looked at this and I was like, damn, Dragon Ball Fighter Z Super. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm sorry. If it was a thing before that, I didn't know that was a thing.
Me neither.
I definitely fuck with Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Personally, played a lot of games with Turpin. Well, actually, the story that goes with Turpin is quite simple. Really, it's we played the game. We get the game. We play one day, me and him. I'm actually doing pretty good. We're going back and forth. It's not, I feel good. I feel confident. Day 2 comes around and he doesn't let me win like one fucking round, basically. Like it's just, but that's like him in fighting games in general. No, it wasn't even pity. It wasn't pity wins. It takes him like, it's like a computer, you know, when the computer has to like learn shit, or like when they talk about an AI has to learn shit. He needs 2 days on a game. You give him 2 days on it, especially a game like this. You give him 2 fucking days. And I gave him and day 2 of this game was just not, it was not fun at all. And then periodic for fun, for shits and giggles, sometimes I'll download the game again and be like, hey, Dragon Ball, like every now and then I'll download it and we'll go and we'll play it for like 45 minutes, an hour. And then because he hasn't been playing as much, but yet because he's played games from that developer specifically, because Namco Bandai, but it's specifically the ones who made Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It's it's the Blaze Blue people.
I think it's Blaze. Yeah, the people.
Yeah, it's the Blaze Blue people, and he's all over those games. Which it's literally like just, you know, once you played one, you kind of played them all. Then it's just a matter of just learning how the characters work in that particular game, and then he just has a mind for it, you know. So it becomes it doesn't become, you know, as much fun as it was on the official game. Even Dragon Ball, the Breakers, I have no idea what the fuck that's about. Xenoverse 3, I'm sure a lot of people are happy about, because that always gets a lot of play.
How about that one to the top left? I know your brother's excited about that.
Armored Core, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
And that's quarter one 2023, which is this year.
Which would technically be this year.
Don't know, man. It's like I know there's mentions of
early, like you said,
of him working on the next IP would be that one. Like
right.
The IP would be that one. But that date, that whole
Tales,
year thing, I'm like, I don't know.
Code Vein. What Code Vein? Do you remember Code Vein? I don't know. Why is
it's
Code
a vampire? It's a vampire game. Yeah, it's a vampire vampire world. But that's already been mentioned. It's being worked on and going to come out. That's already been mentioned. That's not a secret. So that's legit. I know that. Elden Ring, I hope it's I mean, again, this is all legit. So Little Nightmares 3, I enjoyed 1 and 2. I have both of them. I own them. Those games are fucking dope. Side scroller, but horror kind of element to it. I like it. Pretty cool.
Tales of Ascension.
Yeah, Tales of Ascension. That's another one. I've heard that before. I've been mentioned. But I'm with you. I don't know what's Digimon. Yeah, I think I'm believing that's Digimon. Yeah, Digimon Story 2.
Is that Digimon? Oh, okay, so
I'm thinking
now that I'm seeing Digimon Story
together. Yeah.
No, but Digimon. Yeah, Digimon Story.
They just put Digimon Story
Cyber
together.
Sleuth 2. Okay.
I never heard of one.
Right. Yeah. No. Oh, okay. Tekken 8, of course.
Tekken 8.
Yep.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty cool leak. Take it for what it's worth. You know, grain of salt. But with these leaks, like I said, like the Nvidia and the Capcom, those things are turning out to be true every month that goes by when a game comes out. It's like, oh shit, look at that.
It was on that list. Yeah, it was on that list.
God of War was on that list to come out this year. And guess what? It was supposed to be last year, but they delayed it.
Yeah.
It was on that list and it's coming out. I can't wait for that. But yeah, man, that's a beautiful. Beautiful. I love when those leaks come out. Like, that's beautiful because
that's cool. I mean, it's cool information for third party games. I'm telling you, if you're big onto fighting games, specifically those fighting games, One Punch Man, be interested to see what that's about. Fighters Association. I think
there's one version of that game on the Game Pass. The One Punch Man. No, I'm lying.
Oh, yeah,
I think that's the other game. I forgot the name of the other game. So the anime.
Yeah.
The kid with the pirate ships, and he wanted to be a pirate or something. I forgot the name of that. It's an anime. Yeah. Money's in the chat. He's gonna kill me. But yeah.
Wait a sec.
Yeah. No. If he's still in the chat, he heard it because he knows exactly what I'm talking about. The pirate game. The pirate anime. I forgot the name of that shit. It's been going on for like 20 years. that anime. I forgot the name of that shit.
So I didn't.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, he's still trying to be like King Pirate or whatever it is. I don't know.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the Netflix topic in there, the one with Microsoft. Although, because I didn't really see it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really see it so much as like a game. I mean,
well, it's a partnership that they have with Netflix to launch the ads. The ads tier they're gonna end up putting on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a cheaper monthly cost, but it's gonna have ads to it, which we're already used to with the Hulu and Paramount and everything else.
Yes.
But there's a rumor coming out of that that's saying that it's a speculation that because Netflix is bleeding, that they might be on the verge of selling, and this might be like a precursor to that. Where I mean, Microsoft steps in. It doesn't have to be a developer; they buy a studio. It could be that. It could be entertainment factor.
And the only thing that I'll probably have to say about that is that, once again, they got other transactions going on right now that are worth a decent amount of money. But Netflix isn't. You're not just buying a streaming service with Netflix. You're buying the movie studio now. You're buying they're like a full-fledged fucking movie and TV studio. You know what I mean? Stranger Things.
Short from getting awards to like validate them.
Yeah,
which is weird because
they started to now. You get somebody like Scorsese when he did his movie on there. You know what I mean? Like. They're starting to be more reputable now with the movies. And I mean, obviously, we've already seen what they've been doing with exclusive shows, or even getting shows from networks like the BBC with Peaky Blinders and doing things like the Scorsese film.
I love that show. That show is so good. Oh, man.
So it's interesting. But I only bring that up to be like, okay, so there's a little crossover stuff going on. But I wanted to bring this up specifically because he has a crossover. I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting this one. This was like such a random tweet. Yes, I liked it. It's pretty funny. But Xbox, we have TVs, you bring the systems. I'm like, Buffalo Wild Wings wants to turn themselves into a fucking Dave and Buster's. Like, I'm down for I'm down.
Yo,
like,
why not?
Like, especially if you have just like a section, or like if you start putting, dude, get series, they put Series S's in boots. And then when you sit down, they bring your drinks and they give you controllers. You don't even have to
put Series S's no more. Just buy a bunch of Samsung TVs. They got the money.
Yeah.
And or just fucking hang them up and say, here's a controller.
Yes. Boom, and I think that's, what's funny? And I only bring that up too because in Vegas, and I'm sure they've done this in other places too, but there was a bar that Jay, Kill for Cash, took me to a while ago, years ago. And I don't think it's around anymore, but it was in downtown Vegas. And it was a bar that they had set up that was basically advertised and set up as a gaming bar. And it wasn't like this big giant like arcade,
like one up bar or something like that.
It was something like that. So basically, it's a full-fledged bar. Go in, alcohol, like adult. It's full adult themed. It had like a small little dance floor too, and they would bring a DJ in as well too and play music and stuff. But when you sat down at the bar, it was a full round bar, and you sat down. They had TVs hanging up from everywhere, and all the booths they had TVs in the booths, and basically they had all the systems just set up and hooked up. They had your Xbox hooked up. They had your PlayStation hooked up. You'd sit down. They'd ask you, hey, what do you want to play? And you'd be like, oh, I want to play Call of Duty. And literally, they'd have an account set up. If you wanted to play Call of Duty online, boom, you're playing Call of Duty online. Or I want to play a fighting game. Boom, they got a fighting game set up, Mortal Kombat, whatever. You want to play Mortal Kombat, you're playing. And you would just sit down, have your drinks as like an adult, and fucking play games. And I'm like, damn, like that's cool. Like if I'm a gamer and I go to a place, I mean, yes, I know I have games at home. But if I could go to a place, if I go to a place like Buffalo Wild Wings, even though it gets fucking packed there, not just for sporting events, but I could go to a B-Dubs, and like you said, they have a Samsung TV set up, and you sit down, and before you even get to order the appetizers, they're like, "Yo, here are the Xbox controllers. Have fun." And then you fucking start loading up
the library of Game Pass, whatever the fuck you want to play is up there. Dude, it's insane. Or even if they want to go that route, you say where you put consoles in the S's or whatever. If you go that route, think of old school Nathan days back in Yonkers, where they had you go to Nathan's. There was one in Cross County, the mall, where you go to Nathan's, and the front part of it was all food and all that stuff.
Right.
But then they had a separate room. You walked you double doored it. Like you didn't hear these arcades at all. You double doored it, and then when you walk in, all you hear is like the gaming going.
Yeah.
They could do that for this, like the Buffalo Wild Wings restaurant side. Yeah, you can get your TV, with the booth, the TV, Samsung, and play it there. Or did you really want to get into the in that world? Here's the room we got set up for that, a big room of just nothing but gaming consoles. Go at it. Like if you want that, like like a Dave and Buster's type of shit, you know?
Yeah. But instead of having like arcade games and stuff like that, actually have fucking
It'll
consoles.
be S's.
Almost like a LAN center type shit. Exactly. We already know, and I only say the S's is because they're small, they're compact enough, and they're powerful enough to still push. You know, you can still get.
This is good advertisement. This is good fucking advertisement.
I'm just saying this is cool. So
wings, beers, and games. Come on, bro.
I mean, not sponsored, but you know,
not sponsored.
I thought that was pretty interesting. Also, from another thing too, and I'm going to pull it up real quick, and I'm sure you see it in the title. I forgot to mention. We should have talked about this last week, but did you know they were doing this?
What the
E3 the E3 2003 Halo 2 demo that basically everybody was like, "Yo, when we got Halo 2, this wasn't the same mission. What the fuck happened? Where's the BR?" Yo, supposedly, and this is according to an IGN article, and I'm going to show it right here. If it actually pulls up, give me a second. Supposedly, that mission from E3 2003, they are making it playable.
I didn't know this. What?
So the famous Halo 2 E3 demo will soon be playable thanks to 343. 343 Industries is recreating the iconic E3 2003 Halo 2 demo in the Master Chief Collection as part of a large modding project to revive cut content.
Wow.
So now I feel a couple of different ways about this.
Okay.
And so this is dope. I always wanted to play that mission. That mission was great. From looking at that mission, the mission looked like a lot of fun. I always wanted to play that mission. So I think being able to actually finally play that mission, especially if they make it in the anniversary edition of Halo 2, I think that would be dope because it would look cool. Yeah. So I think that's going to be cool. My thing is that, okay, so you got a team working. I mean, I understand they have a team that's still working on Master Chief Collection because there's still a lot of people that work on Master Chief Collection. But I see shit like this and I'm saying, and I could only be like, fuck. Like, I know things are coming still for Infinite, but I'm like, still like, fuck. Like
is this what we're working on?
Right. It's like, all right, so we're going back to 2003 to give us a Halo 2, E3 demo that we're getting like now all of a sudden
from
like,
a Bungie studio.
Yeah. Right. Even though technically you're like replica, like you're Bungie, but not really. You're not. You're B team or C team. I don't even know how to feel about you guys. I don't want to shit on you, but and then I mean, even IGN pointed out literally I mean, it's almost 20 fucking years, and we're getting this.
What? So what, who? Yeah. Or what? Or when? Or where? I don't know. I don't even know how to freaking.
No, go ahead.
I don't even know how to ask this question.
Who? What? When? Where? Why? How?
Who in the studio?
Right.
Said.
Right.
We need to bring out content for Infinite. Halo Infinite, yeah. People are wanting Infinite content. I got just the idea. Halo 2 demo from E3.
And said, Halo 2 demo from E3. Let's put it on Master Chief Collection. Yeah.
I'm not being hateful here. I'm not. I want to play that. I want to play it.
Yeah.
But
I want content for Infinite.
If this was a case where it's not lack of content on the Halo Infinite right now. Like if it had content on there and it's like, okay, this is extra stuff.
Here's the thing as well too, and there's a caveat to this as well. 343 is definitely hoping to bring it to each version of the Master Chief Collection. It said it can't make promises about bringing it to console. Yeah. So there's the caveat. So the caveat being that it's because it's a modding version. There were PC.
Oh yeah, it's a mod or PC. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. By the way, I did get invited to the co-op thing. I didn't play it because I really want to just play it when it launches with the
when it actually launches. Yeah.
And I actually play with you guys. That's when I'm gonna want to do the 4-player thing on the legendary fucking difficulty and run that and have our fun that we always do on those things.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
I didn't want to do the whole testing thing because it was like I was gonna be able to random and put I was like and then I know there's people on my friends that's just playing it like that, but they already have their group and I'm not trying to infiltrate that. So it's like okay, that's cool. But I did get invited to it, which is crazy because I know people who really want to like Mr. Sylvia. I don't know if he got invited, but he really wanted an invite to that, and I don't know if he even got one, but it's like man. They wasted an invite on me when they could have given it to him. But it is what it is. And it's easy. Just go to I know it was Waypoint, but the way I downloaded it or was supposed to download it was through the Alpha Insider program. Like go in there and then download it from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a weird, like, not, I didn't
That's
know about
weird,
that,
dude. That's
but
weird,
it's a
man.
weird thing. It's like, now that you brought it up, like, it's weird. Like, I get it. It's cool. I want to play it, but can we get content on Infinite? Like, I'm still on that boat. Like, I'm not hating on
Yeah,
it,
this was not
but
so basically this is because it's particularly difficult undertaking. The quote was this was not a trivial process. We should probably layer on a whole page of caveats that come with taking a demo map for an engine that no longer exists and
mm,
getting it to not blow up the current light mapper, the
that's what I'm
blog
saying.
post
This is
said.
not going to be a simple thing. This is not like I'm just going to
No,
put it on there. No, they have to
and
work
that's
on
another
that.
thing, right? They have to work on this, but like, how big is this fucking team for MCC? That's actually,
Didn't you just finish telling us that you have to allocate work hours because you don't want crunch time and people need breaks and all this? Yeah,
I know it's kind of weird, man.
and this is okay. Now
It's a
you're hitting
little
us with this. It's like,
little weird.
okay,
Well, and this was July 7th, so like I said, this should have made the last podcast, but I forgot to add it in there, so I apologize. But yeah, man,
all good,
that's
all good,
fucking it's weird.
all good.
But yeah, that's all I got.
That's crazy. Yeah, the last thing here, I guess we got two more. I don't want to touch these topics, but let's talk about this one. Just
Oh yeah, Ultimate Game
yeah,
Sales.
yeah,
My brother brought this up.
awesome fucking sales going on, bro. If I had the fucking disposable cash, I would jump on a lot of these fucking things. They had Devil May Cry on there for $20, a Devil May Cry 5, the actual complete edition of it for $20. They
He
got
sent me the
games like, yeah,
picture. The show is on sale. MLB
the
the
show's
show
on sale,
40. It's
the quarry's on sale.
45% off. $38 right now.
It's not just older games too. It's like the Quarry, which just
Yeah,
came out.
current.
That's on sale, and I got that. Well, that full price, $70. I think it's on sale
He
now.
showed
60.
one that he scooped up. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen
Mm-hmm.
was $4.49. Basically,
I
it's
think that
like,
was their remastered version of it, or something like that, or
yeah,
the complete edition of
he
Dragon's
scooped
Dogma.
that one up, and then he also scooped up Mega Man 11.
Mega Man 11. Yep, yep, that was a good game. It's funny because he shared a clip and he goes, "Man, this is. I didn't think it was gonna be. I haven't played Mega Man in a while, so it's like it's almost like you owe Capcom money when you play that game because it's like it
Oh my
beats you.
god!
It beats you." And I told him Mega Man's always been like that. It's not an easy title. People
Yep.
forget those titles back in the days were the Souls games of the time, like,
Yes.
or the roguelike, I should say, where
Oh,
it was like you die.
that Contra. Like, yeah, man.
Contra, you die. You start from the beginning of the level. You don't. There's no save point. There's no checkpoint. You die. You
No.
go back. That's it.
Yep.
Man, Mega Man was the shit too. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, no. So there's literally, this is through the 31st, by the way. So yeah, if you, I mean, there's still time to go in
Good time.
there.
Oh, plenty of time. What's it
Plenty of
now?
time. It's
17th.
like
Yeah, we
two
got time.
weeks at least. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks to
So
go
that's
in
good
there
stuff. But they have
and
some good
check
stuff
it
in
out.
there. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out, man. It's Ultimate Game Sale. It's on Xbox right now. And they got everything there from recent titles to older titles, man. And it might be like me, I can't remember. I don't know if I ever pronounced this right. Sekiro is on there as well for $30 or $40. This is $30. It usually goes on sale a lot, but it's on
What?
sale again.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. That
Sekiro,
one.
there you go. Mm-hmm.
Sekiro, whatever.
That's
I
the
mean,
game I've been wanting
I
to
don't
play
know
for
if
a
that's the
while, but it's
I don't
like,
know if that's the proper pronunciation for it either.
me
But,
neither.
yeah.
I always ask if I'm saying it right, but that game is on sale, and this is one of those games I've always like. I kept an eye on it, wanted to play it, but it's like I don't ever. It's always the wrong time they drop the game sale. It's
Yep.
like, it's not the right week. It's not the right week. But this is to the 31st, so I have time.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So that's Ultimate Game Sale through Xbox and Microsoft Store as well too. The screenshots that my brother showed me was from the phone. Like, so literally, you could just log on to the Microsoft Store on the phone if you're not home, not on your
Mm-hmm.
Xbox, and access this stuff. So that's the cool thing about that. And then the last thing, which I mentioned last week, new NVIDIA GPUs soon. So soon meaning they might talk about it soon, but it looks like we're looking October or early 2023. Now, the only thing is, and I will say there's a little caveat with this one, because of everything happening in the world of things like cryptocurrencies and NFTs,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of cards available on the market right now. If you are you're trying to get into PC gaming, right now is a very good time to get a graphics card
Yeah.
from the current gen, like a 30 series
It hasn't been a
AMD.
better time.
It's been a while since the cards have actually been, they are pretty much as close to MSRP as they've ever been since coming out. Even the
Mm-hmm.
aftermarket cards, if you could find, reference cards but basically 30, and the 30 series are great. Now for this next gen stuff, the reported prices are looking kind of nuts. They're trying to claim like $1,500 for a 4090.
Holy shit.
I mean, well, when you had people during pandemic times paying $2,500 for a fucking 3080,
true. You set
and
the
30
market.
and 3090, you said, and then Nvidia's like, well, wait a second, if you got crazy people that are going to buy aftermarket cards, we're going to sell a card for MSRP for you to fucking sell the card at double or triple the cost. Fuck you. We'll just raise the price. So it's like so fuck you. We're gonna make some money somehow. But the problem is right now is that there is a lot of stock, so much stock where TSMC. So those are the people that actually make the chips for places like AMD, for example. Like the chip that's in your Xbox, for example, more than likely came out of a TSMC factory overseas. So they have 5 nanometer wafers that NVIDIA ordered a fuck ton of to basically make NVIDIA graphics cards. And NVIDIA, because they have so much stock, went to TSMC and said, hey, can we not get those? You chill? Because even though we told you that we want these wafers, 5 nanometer wafers, to make our chips, we kind of don't need them now because we got so many fucking cards that we gotta get rid of. And TSMC said, no. They said, fuck you. So, thanks. So now supposedly NVIDIA might be looking for people to buy 5 nanometer chips, which it's getting kind of technical and stuff like that. But it basically means they have to go around and be like, if Apple or Samsung or anybody basically needs wafers, fabrication shit, not the chip was already made and let's just put it in a system, the wafer before the chip even gets cut out to be put onto a die and that whole fucking thing. It's very, but the fact that they fucked up there a little bit. Which was a little nuts to think about. And I didn't see this happening. I mean, I did see it happening, but I didn't see this happening to the point where people would actually be able to get their hands on a current gen graphics card at a reasonable price. I
probably got better luck grabbing the graphic card now than you do a console still.
And that's what it is. And same thing, even when me and you were talking, when you got your computer and stuff like that, all-in-one computers, pre-builts right now, those are down in price. Literally because the cards, they can't go crazy with what they're charging with the cards anymore because now the card market is actually down and reasonable, essentially. So, but yeah, man.
That's the Logic PC update.
Yeah.
Last thing it's just one last thing I want to. This is not even a topic. It just dawned on me because I was having this conversation with the wife before we went on. Did you hear about this right here?
What's this?
Let me blow this up.
The microtransactions for the BMW.
Did you see this at all?
Yeah.
What all right, in the world?
So real quick. So basically, what they're doing is BMW supposedly is going to have subscription models. So they say it here. So called functions in demand. So basically, certain features for the car, you could either pay a price to have it on all the time, always, or a monthly subscription to be able to use a specific feature in the fucking car. You got to be crazy. Yo, they're adding microtransactions to fucking cars.
It's not even just the heated seats. It's things like the cruise control.
Yes.
It's things self-driving itself.
They're
microtransactions.
They're crazy with that. Or you could buy them full price. If you're buying a car coming forward, there's no shot. Unless it's fucking Sirius satellite radio or GPS, there's no shot I'm paying fucking anything monthly.
Dude, this is the equivalent to when we had full games being sold on one disc or one cartridge.
Right.
To accepting the fact that same full game, some elements of the game is now being hidden behind DLC content that we have to pay for. That we've told, as a consumer, we've told the industry it's okay. We're okay with this. They're now bleeding this shit into cars.
I want to know who the fuck jumped ship to insert, car manufacturer here and say,
bro, there's a gamer
you see what they do, right?
You see
what they do here? Why don't we just fucking do that shit with our cars?
That is nuts.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You gotta pay. You said $60 for seat warmers. Get the fuck
Shot.
Shot. My cheeks will go cold. I don't give a fuck.
Facts. I'm freezing. Fuck that.
I just want to point that. I was like,
no. I saw that. It was funny. It was fucking hysterical.
Oh, the wife
wasn't even like I said. Wasn't even on some satellite. Wasn't even on some satellite Sirius or something or OnStar, which we already subscription service like that, where it's where it includes fucking low jack or something. No, just straight up yo, you want heated seats? Yo, you want your lights to work a certain fucking way? Yo, you want your auto driving thing to work a certain way? Pay us. What? Why the fuck am I buying a card at that point?
Yo,
like,
did you get the season pass, baby?
Oh, nah, I'm done. Can't.
I've only drove 50 miles. I got to do 100,000 more to unlock the whole content.
Imagine.
No,
Yeah.
It's cute. Like, as a gamer, it's a funny thing, but
it is a funny thing as a gamer.
There are people who drive BM like who are not in the gaming world that don't know this is a thing. Yeah, and to them, this is okay, cool. Y'all going that route? Oh, I see. I understand. No, as a gamer, I don't understand. Fuck that. Take it from us gamers. It is not fun to pay for shit that's already part of the car. It's built into the car.
Yeah.
It's already built into the car. Why we have to pay extra? I'll never own a BMW. I never owned one. I don't think I will ever own one, especially with that music.
Well, supposedly they're working on it. I think Mercedes is working on it. I think those are the two that were doing it. So I mean, yeah, but I mean, look at the car manufacturers though. It's like German cars, like right away. And not nothing against Germany, but I'm just saying German manufactured cars. Then it's only a matter of time before somebody else to get a bright idea in fucking Ford or Chevy or you know what I mean?
Bro,
like
the jokes that come out of this shit. Like, don't buy a battle pass, get the free stuff on there. It's like, does it include blinkers? Do people have to pay for fucking signal lighting, left, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yo, dude, it's crazy. Like basic fucking features that you're gonna put behind a paywall. Like imagine putting a paywall. Airbag. Imagine putting a paywall on a fucking car for like features that should be included in the fucking car.
You get into it. You buy the basic plan. Don't know what the fuck.
And then imagine the 1 month, like your card, like you change your card and you forgot to update it in the fucking account.
No, man, bro. Listen. Imagine you bought the basic plan because they have different tiers. You bought the basic plan. Don't know what it entails other than the simple shit, and you get into an accident. Airbag don't pop. And that
they're crazy. There's got to be. I need some fucking like federal. This is when people talk about they don't like big corporate or big government and stuff. No, I need some government. I need government oversight at that point. Fuck that.
At like
you're not putting a car on the fucking road that you're gonna put airbags behind a fucking paywall. Like you know what I mean? Like there's certain things.
How is this even legal, bro? Like,
I mean, I don't want to misrepresent what we just talked about. I'm not saying that they're going to do that. That's like, but yeah, they're talking about
those are
amenities that should fucking be included in. They have
built packages. In.
We're going or it's built in if you get that package because that's another thing when you're a new car buyer, right?
Oh, right.
Did you get that? Did you get the heated seat package? Did you get the? You know what I mean? But if you're paying the amount of money that you're paying for BMW. Or a Mercedes, you'd expect a lot of those things to just fucking be included.
I mean, at that price point, a car, you
no, but a car at that price point though is the caveat that I'm trying to say.
The extra stuff. It's like a BMW is not cheap. A BMW is not cheap. That shit is out there, man. Like the cheapest
BMWs aren't cheap. The cheapest Mercedes aren't cheap. Like you know what I'm saying?
Pre-owned lot, it's still not cheap. Like I've been to pre-owned lots to see pre-certified BMWs. They're not cheap. Them shits are not cheap. Like they that whole pre-owned certification is a scam in its own. Well, because they want to make you believe that because only BMW worked on this and it went through our checkpoint, whatever the fuck 12-point inspection.
Yeah, and then you drive it off the lot, and then 3 weeks later you're back inside the fucking lot, like yo,
because you bought the basic pack. You don't get 4 wheels. You only got 2, bitch.
Imagine, horrible. Yeah, that was funny. That was a good way to end that. That was good.
I've totally it just dawned on me. I'm like, wait, I had this conversation. I want to bring it up, but that was a good way to end the stream. Hey, Infinite, man, you joined late, but that's okay. You can always watch the replay. I appreciate you coming in anyways and commenting. And if you guys,
thank you for everybody for hanging out.
Please hit the like button. That helps us out a lot in this channel. I appreciate.
Hit the like, tweet us out, tear us out, man.
Thank you guys for pausing at least for 2 hours of your Sunday, pausing and coming in here and enjoying our chats as we do every Sunday. But that's what I got. That's what we got. We spoke about a little bit of everything, and it was different today. We decided to go a little different route with our topics, something a little bit of everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back again next week, Sunday at 4:00 p.m. Eastern time. Hope you guys can join us out, tweet us out, and talk us up, man. And let people know that we talk games. We're not only about talking about it, we play them too. Infinite. I'm going to beat you this month. You already know it. But I'm looking forward to the second half of July on the achievement hunting. I don't say tourney, but whatever we got going on, competition. There you go. Other than that, man, Logic, any final words?
Nah, man, that's it. Saturday to go play some games. Get some dinner and play some games.
The Yankees played early, which surprised the shit out of me. I thought we were going to play Sunday Night Baseball, but it makes sense because the All-Star break is happening.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing exactly. So I was like, all right, it's a day game. Day game on a Sunday. We'll take it.
It's a day game. Yeah, so I'm
beat
just going to
beat up Boston. So
we beat up Boston. We beat up Boston. And Gallo didn't play. Awesome. We needed that.
Well, he did play and he did hit a home run.
Well, yeah, he did hit a home run, but he didn't start.
He didn't start. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm catching up before this month is up. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm playing the chess game with you, the long game. So I'm waiting for your move. I'm up there sitting there going, what's his next move? I'm waiting for your move. I love this competition, by the way, Umbra. I appreciate you, brother. It kind of revitalized my gaming. One more. Hey, my brakes don't work. Well, it's because you missed too bad.
Jesus. Fucked up. I'm telling you, it's fucked up.
Why wasn't my brakes working? Because you missed your last 2 payments, bitch.
Imagine. Can't imagine.
We'll leave it on that note. I appreciate you guys coming in every Sunday. As I say, or we say here on the show every Sunday, happy fucking gaming, everybody.
Later, everyone.